already started it. I already started the live. There we go. Okay, I think I'm live now. So, talking to No Limit Shay. Trying to feed my cat. I don't think Ori got no more food. Huh? The bag? Yeah. It's going empty. You can put them in more topic? So we gotta go out and give him some more tomorrow. Shalom, it's No Limit Eddie back with another live stream. Yeah. Check it out, man. We're doing that nonstop November. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting that campaign and watching the videos and commenting on them and doing all kind of things like that. Today we're going to be doing a live stream for today's video. You know, I wanted to go ahead and make this talk. You know, I saw a video from a YouTuber just the other day, and it was probably the best and most honest video that I have seen in the last while. Coming from the whole, African movement, or Go Back to Africa movement YouTube channels and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm basically gonna reiterate that video, kind of give my opinions, kind of give my topics on the video, or give my thoughts on the video and different things of that nature. But the video, in a sense, was basically talking about why people come to Africa and end up going back, why people from the UK, from the United States, from Canada end up coming to Africa and end up going back to wherever their home country is, and different things like that. So yeah, that's most definitely what we're going to talk about. So make sure everybody's coming in and smashing a like button, Hopefully everybody's having a good Thursday. Let me grab some real quick. Hold on. Hopefully everybody's having a good Thursday. Yeah. And things of that nature. But everybody come in and smash the like button. So we're gonna be talking about a video that I saw, man, from a YouTuber, and it was just talking about, I'm particularly talking about African Americans, why they come to Africa and end up going back, and give my personal thoughts and opinions on it. So let's get the likes up. Let's get up to 15 likes. 15 likes, guys. Smash the like button for me. You guys already know the drill. You guys already know the routine on No Limit Eddie's channel. All right. Shout out to everybody who's been enjoying the last few videos. I've really been trying to. My goal is really to tell the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to coming to the continent, different things of that nature. If we got my guy Youtbers in the building, what up, Youtbers? The king of North Carolina, the king of North Carolina, also the king of the Tesla as well. Also the king of the Tesla. He on the whole electric car wave over there. So big up to my guy Youtbers. But yeah, most definitely we're gonna be talking about that situation. Hey, NC Reppin'. Hey, Youtbers, you know the crazy thing is I meet so many people out here that are from North Carolina or that have lived in North Carolina. A lot of people from North Carolina just come to the continent. I'm not sure what it is over there, what's in the water over there, but everybody that I've been meeting be in North Carolina or from North Carolina or got some type of ties there. So it's wild. We got James Hudson in the building. James, what up? What up? I was just talking about you in the other live stream, James. But everybody smash the like button. Get up to 15 likes. 15 likes, man. We're gonna get into a nice topic today. Get some entertaining content out for you guys. Just telling you guys the realistic facts about coming to the continent and why a lot of people come and end up leaving. End up having to return to the States. You know what I mean, and different things of that nature. And I know it might be some new people watching. Again, my name is No Limit Eddie. Moved from Los Angeles to the continent of Africa. First, I went to Tanzania. I was there for like 6 months. Ran over back to the States for like 6 days, mainly because I entrusted the wrong people to handle certain things for me. So I had to go back to the States for like 6 days. Then after that, I went back to Tanzania for about a month. Then I came out to Egypt. I've been in Egypt since August. So today, matter of fact, makes 3 months. It makes 3 months since I've been here in Egypt. So big ups to that. Crystal Ray today said, just wanted to say, hey, hit the like. Stay safe out there. Most definitely appreciate you, Crystal Ray. Stopping in and hitting the like button for me. I missed your last live stream. Yeah, you definitely missed the last live, James, but it's all good. I think it's still up on the channel for sure. What's up, Biggs? Everybody smash the like button, get up to 15 likes, 15 likes. You know, again, I'm just going to be talking about a video that I saw from a YouTuber, and you know, it was I was talking about a video about a YouTuber who was basically kind of giving his opinion on why a lot of African Americans come to the continent and end up having to leave and go back. And I feel like it was a very good, very timely video. So I want to kind of go ahead and make my response to that video, if that makes sense. I think there's a lot of reasons why people have to return back, but at the same time, I think a lot of it comes from getting false information from online. You know, getting false information from online. So we wanted to talk about that. I got Egypt was the place I stayed at for many months. Yeah, I know you said you was in the Navy out here, right? In Egypt. And that would be some good story times too. Like if you did like some ride with me, like in a Tesla, and you kind of tell some stories about the Navy and different things like that, and try to like tap into that audience, because there's a lot of people who like military stories, you know, like online on YouTube. So I don't know if you ever thought about that, but like drive around and tell some Navy stories, talk about how you got recruited or why you joined the Navy. You know, like that might be some dope content. Everybody smash the like button. Let's get up to 15 likes. 15 likes on this live. So we need 4 more likes, guys. 4 more likes. Yeah. And it'd be hard for me to watch the car content because I'm so far removed from cars now. That's like, man, I'm just watching it and I can't even really, you know what I mean? Like I ain't seen a single Hellcat, nothing like that since I've been out here. But they do have, I would say Egypt definitely got more of a way bigger of a car scene. Like people be having their cars wrapped, rims, they be having it lowered, you know what I mean? They be having the muffler deletes, aftermarket mufflers, period. So the car scene is a lot bigger out here in Egypt. I can't say that. Even like the taxis be having like turbos and stuff like that. So that's the crazy part. But I'm looking right now, Youtbers. I don't know if you heard this car, but it's a Russian car, but it's called a Lada 2107. I'm looking at getting one of those right now. I think that's the car that I want to get. It's like the Honda of out here though. Let me pull up a picture of that joint. Let me pull it up on my phone though. Yeah, hold on. Let me show you. Ah, dang, it's super like. Hold on, let me see if I can get it on there. Yeah, it's like a big Russian vehicle, man. They be doing their thing over there, and it got like a big scene. It got a big scene attached to it. It's kind of like, oh, maybe if I turn it this way, maybe it looks better on the other end. But this is what I'm looking to get. It's like a cream color, definitely aftermarket. They lowered it, put it on some white rims. These are like stock rims too, factory rims, but they somehow look clean at the same time. So that's the one I'm looking at getting. The people, they're very rare in the States, and I think they're like 25K in the States, but out here in Egypt, they're like $2,500. So they're everywhere. So I'm like, okay, that's not a bad price, and more than likely, I'd be able to. Yes, huge in Russia. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, more than likely, it's not a bad price, and more than likely, I'd be able to. You know what I mean? Actually get aftermarket parts for that car because it's a pretty big thing out here. I'm looking forward to your opinions. A lot of people just say positive, say the positives. Yeah, most definitely. Everybody smash the like button. Everybody smash the like button, man. Let's get up to 20 likes on this live. 20 likes on this live. We need 6 more likes on this live stream, guys. So if you're watching this live, you're probably watching on your phone. You have it horizontal like this. Go ahead and turn it up and down and then smash the like button. Also, if you're watching me on your computer and you have the screen maximize, just minimize it and then smash the like button. If you happen to be watching me on your TV, then pull out your phone and then go to the channel and smash the like button. But let's go ahead and get up to 20 likes on this live. 20 likes on this live, all right? So we need 4 more likes. Yeah, Children Russia, good choice. Yeah, most definitely. So that would be a cool little thing to get. You know, that'll be a cool little thing to get, but you gotta have your priorities. So right now we're doing a lot of we're doing a lot of behind the scenes work for the can you buy a car and drive in Egypt? Yeah, you can definitely buy a car out here. Egypt is low key one of the chillest spots. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the most chillest spots when it comes to like foreigners. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I really haven't had any problems like the ones I was running into in Tanzania. Like it's been love from the very beginning. So big ups to Egypt for that. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, we're doing a lot of behind the scenes work with the course and different things like that. You know what I mean? With the course and different things like that. One of my big goals is to I've been fully self-employed for the last 14 months, but for the last 8 months I've been living on the continent. But one of my big goals is to do six figures, to make six figures. So I feel like with the addition of the course, I definitely better do that. And I want to share the journey of it, but I got to figure out a way to do it. I might like literally do the Patreon and then walk you guys through what I'm doing in the behind the scenes to reach that goal. You know what I mean? But who knows? You know what I mean? 2021 has been a good year for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I achieved a lot of goals that I had set. The one goal that was probably, you know what I mean, may not get hit was a six-figure goal. But other than that, I pretty much checked off all the goals that I wanted to achieve this year. So it's been a good year for me. But I think over the next 10 months, I should be able to set some new goals and hit some new goals as well. Now they have checkpoints everywhere in Egypt. Let me see. Yes, huge in Russia, easy to fix. Okay, cool. All right, but look, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. So we got up to 20 likes. I appreciate that. Everybody continue to smash the like button on this live. But man, yeah. So I watched a video and I was just like, this is a great video. This video is honestly telling people what they need to know. So it was basically just talking about why people come to the continent and why they end up having to return. And there was three reasons why, right? So there was finances, there was trying to start a business in a new country, and then there was being homesick. Right. So we're going to talk about all three of those in today's live stream. We're going to try to do it section by section. Usually after the lives, now I'm trying to start doing timestamps so they make it easier for people to find. What do you call it? Like certain points of the video for them to watch. So yeah, the timestamps I feel like have been working pretty good. So let's go ahead and get into it right now. So the finance aspect. So one of the first things that the video was mentioned is the reason why a lot of people had to go back is they run out of money. Like, you know, they run out of money. They plan ineffectively, or, you know, they get scammed, or, you know, one of these situations happens where they run out of money. And one of the big contributors to that, what the person in the video was saying was that they continue to live the same way that they lived in America over here in Africa, right? Now, this is something that I've talked about in multiple of my past videos, but one of the things that happens is when people come from Africa to America, from America to Africa, they want to continue to live the exact same lifestyle, not understanding, and they come here with the intention that they're going to live the same lifestyle, but it's just going to be cheaper. But that's not always the case. One of the main reasons why that is just a supply and demand type of situation. There's very little demand for the American lifestyle in these African countries because most people cannot afford that lifestyle. So people who can afford it have to pay a premium. You know, if they're importing less ACs into a country, let's say, then people who do have ACs are going to have to pay more for those ACs, right? So a lot of people come here and they don't adjust their living. They want to live the same way they lived in America. They want the same foods. They want the same cars. They want the same clothes. They want the same, you know, I don't know if I said foods already, but you know, they want all that same things and all those same things in Africa. And that is one of the big contributors to people's downfall when it comes to the continent, is they expect that they're going to be able to continue that same lifestyle. But in most countries, imports cost more money. So if you want to continue to, you know, eat the same snacks made in America, you're now like let's say, for example, Skittles. Right? Skittles are huge in America. Like you get them for $1, get them for 59 cents at some stores, even in Cali. So when you come out here, like, I'll give you some Skittles. When a bag of Skittles used to be $1, but now they're $5. Here in, let's say, one of these African countries, let's say Ghana, for example, Now you're paying $5 for a bag of Skittles. Let's say you're accustomed to eating Skittles, let's say 2 or 3 times a week. And instead of spending $2 or $3, you're now spending $15. So these are the type of things that add up very quickly, but you don't realize it because it still seems like a small amount of money. And a lot of people don't fully grasp the conversion of money. And so they may be spending, 50,000 shillings, thinking that 50,000 shillings is $2, $3, $4, but it might be more than that, right? And so that lack of understanding a lot of times kind of chips away at the savings that people come over here and bring. Everybody smash like, when everybody smash like, when I get up to 30 likes on this live, 30 likes on this live, we need 5 more likes. And so, so with the finance aspect, a lot of people end up trying to live the same way, not realizing that the American lifestyle is expensive no matter where you go. I don't care what country you're in, it's still going to be expensive, especially because most people are not living the way that you live in America in these African countries. And so that kind of is the crazy part about it. Another thing that kind of affects people as well is the creature comforts that may just exist within the states, while they may be existing here on the continent. It's a little bit more rare. You know what I mean? And then you also have to kind of add into the price the fact that you're American. They always tend to charge Americans more because there's just a perception globally that Americans have money, they make money. And so not only are these things that's going to be more expensive, period, they're going to be even more expensive because they know that when you're coming to these people to get these snacks or to get these foods or to get these certain commodities that you're used to in the States, that you are an American, and they're going to charge you more on top of what it already would be, over the already inflated price. Just to give you guys a realistic example, a brush. If I go to any beauty supply store in Los Angeles, the ones you go in a little hood, they ran by the Asian people, you walk inside, okay, I want a brush. I get a brush. The brush is never going to cost me more than $1, right? I wanted to get a brush, a center brush, you really brush your hair, you know what I mean? Here, they were trying to charge me 200 pounds, which is equivalent to probably like $12. So you guys got to keep that in mind. A brush that would be nothing but $1 in the States, they were going to try to charge me $12 for it here. So when people say Africa is cheap if you're living like an African. But if you're coming over to Africa and you're living like an American, it's going to be the same price, but it's actually going to be worse than that because it's going to be inflated because there's going to be very few people of that local. People here don't have the same texture of hair, right? So why would they need a regular, black person's brush? You know what I mean? They had other brushes with the the spiky things, stuff like that, to go through their particular type of hair. But if it's like a brush that's going to be made for black people, there's not going to be that huge of a demand for it. So they're not going to have, a million different selections. They're not going to be ordering big quantities of it. So the prices are going to be a little bit more inflated. So that's just a realistic example of, if you're living an American style life over in these other countries, it's going to cost you a little bit more than it would have for a local lifestyle. Everybody smash a like button. Everybody smash a like button. We're looking to get up to 30. We're looking to get up to 40 likes on this live. 40 likes on this live. I think we need 7 more likes. So if you happen to be watching me right now on your phone, and you have it like this, then go ahead and turn it straight up and down and smash a like button. If you happen to be watching me on your computer, go ahead and minimize the window and smash the like button. If you happen to be watching me on your TV, pull out your phone and smash the like button. We need to get another 5 likes on this live stream to get up to 40 likes. All right. Believe that. So yeah, man. So that's the first aspect. Also, this was a point that the person in the video made that I actually was like, yes, people are talking about it. People are not giving you real numbers. They're not giving YouTubers are not giving the viewers of their channel accurate data to go off of. All right. So that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind. You're not getting accurate data in a lot of these senses. And so you're coming over here planning to spend XYZ, but you're going to end up spending way more than that because the numbers you got were inaccurate. They were not realistic. And so I actually had somebody when I think I did a video breaking down how much it costs to move to Africa. And I was saying in particular, Tanzania, right? Because I want to definitely help people to get out of the perspective that Africa is a country, but rather it's a continent. So in particular, I made a video about how much it costs to move to Tanzania. And I think it was like 4,000 or 4,500. And somebody was in the comment section saying, you're ruining the go back to Africa movement. Like, you're going to ruin the go back to Africa movement. And it's like, it's a real sickness that people kind of want to be fed a lie. People want to be fed this pipe dream. You know what I mean? That's not realistic. And that's honestly hurting a lot of people because people are getting half truths. People are getting half the information. And then when they come here, it's a totally different situation, totally different story. You know what I mean? Hopefully my family, TNT and Mike and Jazz jumps on this live stream. They just landed in Tanzania and they had their own situation going on over there. So, you know, I'm probably try to hit them and see if they can jump on this live and maybe tell their story a little bit. But people are getting a lot of half truths and it's hurting a lot of people. And so the numbers that you being given are kind of being given to you in a means to sell you how cheap Africa is, you know, and that to me is a big. Everybody, we need 2 more likes. We need 2 more likes. We want to get up to 40 likes on this live. 40 likes on this live. If you're watching this live stream and you're enjoying this content, I'm going to need you to smash the like button. Essentially, liking a video that lets YouTube know you're enjoying this content, so they push it out to more people. All right, we want to roll to 20K subscribers. You know, so yeah, let's you know, get in the algorithm, all that jazz. And so they're not getting the accurate numbers of what it actually costs. You know, people are not understanding the full implications of, you know, moving to Africa. And another dangerous thing that kind of happens is people will feed you information that is true, but is not practical. Now, what I mean by that is on my channel, I do my best to give, I only tell the truth from my channel, right? And the truth that I know is from my experiences. It's not from, oh, I've heard this, it's not da. If it is from I heard this, not da, I'll tell you, well, I heard this, I don't know how true it is. But the information I give on my channel is based in truth, and it's also based in the most practical scenario that you would come into. And you'll notice that when I did the video about moving to Tanzania, I was telling people, you're going to pay 6 months up front. Stop letting people tell you you're going to pay 3 months, you're going to get a month to month. Stop letting people tell you that. In a realistic, practical situation, you're paying 6 months up front. There's very few people who don't do that. People in the comments, you can get 3 months, but in reality, yeah, you're really going to probably have to pay 6 months. So it's just like people want to give you the truth. Can you find a place that has 3 months? Yes, without a doubt. As far as up front, you know, in Africa, they don't do credit checks in most places. They just be like, do you have cash? Yeah. Okay, this is your spot then. Usually you'll pay, you know, a few months ahead, or sometimes you can do, it depends on the country that you're in. Like Egypt works differently than Tanzania. Tanzania works differently than America. America works differently than Botswana, right? Every place has different regiments. But in Tanzania, for sure, it's not a credit check system. It's just upfront cash. And so people need to be understanding that, okay, I'm going to need to pay 6 months up front when I come into this country, and have that expectation, and have the expectation of okay, this is what I need to save, this is what I need to bring to be able to afford such a play. To avoid such a play, or to make such a play, I need to have this amount of money saved. Because if you go in with the intent of paying 6 months and you get blessed where you only got to pay 3 months, you came out ahead. But if you're coming in with the intention of paying 3 months and you have to pay 6 months, now this could really be a sock in the face, you know. And I got a video coming out, y'all willing, tomorrow. I got a schedule and everything's already filmed. But in that video, I talk about boxing. I use boxing as an analogy, and how Tyson says, Oreo, you got water in the room. Hold on, let me handle this with my dog, my boy, you know. Drink that water. All right. Now, you know, you got a dog. My dog would scratch your water bottle to let me know he's thirsty. But I'm like, you got water in the room. So I had to put him in the room so he can get his water. So Yeah, I use boxing as an analogy. Like you're gonna get punched in the face when you come to these African countries. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So your plan coming in, I'm gonna pay a little 3 months. Boom. Oh, you gotta pay 6 months. Wow, it might hit you. This is more than I expected. My account is not. My account's not where I needed it to be to make these plays, that play, that play. You get what I'm saying? So I prefer to give people the ultra practical sense than to be giving them. You could like to be giving them the best possible scenario without. I'll say no. I want to give you the most realistic scenario. And if you get a better scenario, awesome. But if you don't, at least you were prepared for this situation. So that's one of the things as well is it's one of the things as well. You know what I mean when it comes to this whole go back to Africa movement is people need to understand the full practical senses, and most YouTubers are kind of giving people dreams and pipe dreams, and I'm noticing like people are hitting me up like, you know what I mean, like it wasn't what I expected type situation, and that is what it is. So that's something that I want to just go ahead and put out there real quick. We got a couple more sections about the finances, but before we go ahead and get into those sections, let me read a couple of comments just to see what's going on. Yep, they were overcharged us as Americans. Yeah, it's a part of it, the American tax. You know what I mean? Especially in Sub-Sahara, I haven't really noticed it too much up here, but definitely in Sub-Sahara, it was big. You know what I mean? Good evening, Eddie. Oh, gotta plug my PC in. Hold on. All right, we back in business. Thank you for the shout out on Full Soul Travel. Yeah, most definitely. And big ups to Full Soul Travel. You know what I mean? She has, been somebody that's out there in Tanzania who just been a genuine person. You know what I mean? Been a genuine person, not hating. You know what I mean? I feel like she actually gives realistic, practical advice for people who are looking to move over to Tanzania. I know she definitely gave me the plug on the World Remit before I even knew her. I was in the States watching that World Remit, signed up for that immediately, and it was very useful for me over on the continent. I mean, over in the country of Tanzania. So big ups to Full Soul Travel, for sure. I know people who had their house broken into in broad daylight by locals. Tanzania ain't as safe as they say. Yeah, I probably knew 3 or 4 people who got robbed over in Tanzania, probably more than that. But I know a lot of people who got robbed over in Tanzania. People definitely get robbed. And I talked about that in a couple of live streams in the past, but I don't just, keep talking about it over and over. But you will get robbed, you know what I mean? And you got to maintain yourself, over in Tanzania. But at the end of the day, you can pretty much get robbed anywhere. You know what I mean? So for people who believe that I'm just going to come and it's going to be heaven on earth, of course, it's not gonna be like that. People are hungry, and people are hungry. They do what they gotta do to eat. It's the same thing as any hood. Everybody smash the like button on today's live stream. Smash the like button on today's live stream. All right, we need to get up to 60 likes. Right, but before we do that, we need to get up to 50. So let's get 2 more likes on this live. 2 more likes on this live. If you're watching this on your phone, you probably got it horizontal, no problem. Turn it vertically and smash a like. There we go, 50 likes. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go ahead and get up to 60. All right, we need 10 more likes. It's just the more you smash the like button, the more YouTube knows you're enjoying this content, and then the more YouTube shares it out. And it's just a way of showing support to my channel, you know what I mean, as a whole. We're looking to get to 20K subscribers. The only way I can do that is with you guys' support, all right? I honestly am very grateful for each and every one of my subscribers, you know what I mean? I'm not somebody who just like, let me just get these numbers, No, I see my subscribers and commenters and everything like that as real, genuine people. And that's why I do my best to give you guys real practical information, you know what I mean, and be grateful for you guys. Because YouTube is something that I always wanted to do since I was a kid. And the fact that I can, just come here and do this stuff now is kind of dope. And so it's all thanks to you guys. So keep on smashing the like button. Let's get up to 60 likes. And yeah, we're gonna read a couple more comments and get back into the main dialogue. All right. Yeah, but you get robbed anywhere, no problem. Tattoos are not good. I've decided to live life of an African for it to be affordable. Yep. So true. 3-month rentals do not exist out there. So true. 3 months rentals do exist out there, but they're rare find, right? You have to negotiate hard for 3 months, but I've lived in 2 houses for 4 months. 4 months in each place. Exactly, Nicole. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So that's just the thing about it. You know what I mean? I want to give people practical information. People don't know. People, we're coming from America as Black people. We don't negotiate. There's pretty much no negotiation going on in most cities. So it's just one of those things. I had to learn to negotiate when I was here and different things of that nature. And for some people, it can be intimidating to be in a whole foreign country, to be talking to people you don't really kind of know what they're talking about, and sometimes you may even be dealing with a landlord who don't even speak English, and you got to communicate through a third party. You know what I mean, to get your point across. So that could be something as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, people does not give you the full truth, and a lot of times it just be the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? In the video, the YouTuber was talking about most people don't even calculate how much they're actually spending, or don't calculate it to the very penny, and so they're giving you information based off what they know, but they don't even know the full truth themselves. And so that is kind of one of those things is they may say, okay, I spend $400 a month, but they're not calculating in all the additional costs of what they're actually spending. They're just maybe doing the main bigger subtopics, and not like, okay, what I'm spending on boat, what I'm spending on rides every day, and how much I spend on every month, how much I'm actually spending on a phone service, how much I'm spending on the money that I may give to the locals extra. Like, they're not actually accumulating what they're actually spending. And so a lot of times the number you get of, okay, this, you can spend this a month and you'll be okay, is probably not the most accurate number, because they themselves don't really sit down and budget and plan out effectively or efficiently what they're going to be, or what they're spending. Budgeting is something that's pretty big, that most people don't really know about. And it's kind of surprising in a lot of ways people don't know how to budget. But then again, not really, because America propagates spend it and get it back. Spend it and get it back. That's the American mindset that kind of infests Black people. And so I think people kind of carry that mindset over to the continent. I'm just going to spend that money and I'm going to find a way to get it back. And it kind of can lead to somebody's detriment. You know what I mean? And people are not really, really overly conscious about their budgeting. You know what I mean? About, okay, this is how much I'm spending per month now. To be able to sustain myself, this is how much I need to be spending. You know what I mean? They're not really being overly granular. And so a lot of information you get may not be the most accurate. And it's not necessarily that portion, I don't believe, is intentional. I don't believe that portion is intentional. I think most people just don't budget it like in a super concise manner. But a lot of numbers that you get out there are probably not the most realistic, as far as what you're going to be spending on a per month basis. And so, that's just something that, I want to mention as well. Now, this one was pretty crazy. This one was pretty wild. You know what I mean? That the YouTuber had mentioned, but some YouTubers will have hidden streams of income, and they won't tell people this. They won't tell people how they're actually making their money. They're just selling people the dream and then selling you a consultation, but they themselves are not telling you how they're making their living or how they're earning their money. And so a lot of the information they give is probably not going to be really practical, because they're not in your situation, and that's kind of how it is. They're not really in your situation. They are, getting money from the government every month through Social Security. The YouTuber that I watched, they were telling a story about, there's a YouTuber, a famous YouTuber, a pretty popular YouTuber in one of these countries, that was basically funding their lifestyle off of their grandmother's Social Security. But they were telling people, oh, do this and do this and do that. And so it just wasn't giving people truthful and accurate information, because of the way they were living is not the same the way other people are going to be living. And so it's painting a false picture of certain aspects. And that's why I tell people, you have to be cautious of YouTubers. You cannot really be trusting YouTubers, because not every YouTuber, no, I'm not going to say every YouTuber, most YouTubers are not going to be very granular about how they earn income. Why? Because for a lot of people, money is a taboo topic. And the reason why it's a taboo topic, and I think that kind of comes from the money is a taboo topic for people who equate their value to how much they have in their bank accounts, right? And that is a very common thing in the States, to equate your value to how much money you're making. You know what I mean? If he's not making six figures, I don't want him, right? These are common things. I'd rather date a rich this person or that. So these are all things that stem from the American mindset. But most people are not going to be telling you the real practical information about how they're earning their income. And so people may be over there on Social Security and they're getting money every month from the U.S. government. right? And that's how they're supporting themselves and sustaining themselves. Some people might be over there and they just living off of their 401k, which not everybody may have, right? And that's their means and methodology of having an income. Some people might be over there and they are, you know, they just divorced somebody and they just got a huge lump sum of money, and that's what they're, you know, living on and taking over there. So there's so many different aspects to this, and most people are giving you most people are giving you advice, but they're not in your same situation, not in your same position. You see, and that's kind of not the best advice to get, because if I was getting money every month from the government, that would make my life a whole lot easier, right? And so I wouldn't have the same stresses as somebody who has to do everything independently. Everything from the ground up is dependent upon me, right? It's a completely different mindset and ideology you have to live by. And then if you're getting money from the government, you're getting it consistently, so you can kind of plan your lifestyle a little bit more effectively than somebody who has a lump sum of savings and all kind of different things of that nature. But we need 60 likes on this live, all right? So what's that? 4 more likes, I think, or 8, 9, 10. No, 3 more likes. 3 more likes. Yeah, so count on my fingers. 3 more likes, and we can get up to 60 likes on this live stream. If you guys are enjoying the content that I'm providing, one of the ways that you to show support is just to simply smash the like button. The second way to show support is simply watching the ads when you come into this live stream. And if you came into this live stream and you did not watch the ads, get out the live stream, click on another video, and then come back in and watch the ads. You get what I'm saying? It's a free way to support the No Limit Eddie channel. Speaking of supporting the No Limit Eddie channel, I'm going to go ahead and drop in a Cash App. If you want to support the No Limit Eddie channel, you can feel free to do that via Cash App. And we also have PayPal. I'm going to drop the link to the PayPal in as well. We also have PayPal as well. If you're any one of those two methods, I will go ahead and ring these right here, the clappers for you. I'll go ahead and clap the clappers for you as a show of your appreciation for your support of the No Limit Eddie channel. We got PayPal in the chat. We got Cash App in the chat. And then we have the super chat button as well, which is that money sign icon in the chat. You can click on that by a super chat or a super sticker. All right. Feel free to do any one of those three, and I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so that's one of the things is people be having hidden streams of income, and they're not really giving you the full information of how they're actually living. And so it's giving you distorted perspectives on what it really takes to be out here in the continent. Most people are telling you start a business, but they don't even need to start a business because they have the income already coming in. And so they're giving you in a sense unrealistic information. You know, I don't even know how to explain it, but they don't understand what it will take. They don't understand the work it takes to sustain and maintain yourself on the continent, because they're not having to do the work to maintain and sustain themselves on the continent, either because they retired from the military, so they're getting money every month from the government, whether it was they, have a retirement and Social Security, whether it's they have the child tax credit that they're living on, whether they have I don't know, whatever, they divorce somebody. Like I said, there's multiple ways for people that are sustaining themselves, but they're not telling you that. They're just telling you start a business. They're telling you to just do this, do that. It's easy, but in the reality, that's not how they're supporting and maintaining themselves. You know what I mean? They may have a business that is showing you, but that business may not be what is providing their lifestyle. And so that's something that's important to keep in mind. I talked about budget. So okay, that was basically the finance section, right? Is the reason why people have to leave and go back to the States is, number one, finances. They're living the same way that they were in America and Africa, and that's too expensive. You need to live like an African to get the cheap cost of living, right? You have to live like a local to get the cheap cost of living. That's why I eat bean sandwiches, falafel sandwiches, pizzas. Pizza is cheap everywhere. Stuff like that. That's why I eat these type of foods, because you have to live locally to get the local cost of living. People want to continue to buy the same items they're buying in the States. Again, items are not inflated, but they're just more expensive because there's less of a demand. And so therefore there's less of a supply. Thus, if you want a certain item, you're going to have to pay a marked up price, because there's going to be very few of those items in the country. So imported goods cost more. I give the example of the brush. I wanted to buy a brush for my hair, the same brush I could buy for $1 at any little beauty supply store. You walk in, the Chinese man looking at you the whole time. Yeah, any one of those stores, they sell a brush for $1. Here, I tried to buy a brush, they were trying to charge me 200 pounds, which is probably close to like $12, right? Probably close to $12. And so, yeah, it was a little bit, overly priced. But again, people here don't have the same texture hair as a black man. So why would they have a large supply of those brushes? They can't really charge me $1 for that. And it's not like I can go to too many different places to get them. So, you know, it is what it is, right? I didn't buy that brush though. We're gonna find a cheaper way to get it. Another reason why people are having to leave home because of the finances, or people are getting off false numbers and not getting accurate numbers of what it actively costs to go ahead and relocate to a country. You know, I know a lot of countries don't really give you the full game plan, the full breakdown of the cost that's associated with moving there. And if they do give you a number, it's just an arbitrary number, a number that doesn't have any basis in reality. People have hidden streams of income, so people are kind of coming over here. A lot of people come over here based off of the suggestion of YouTubers, and YouTubers may not be given the full extracurricular details about how they're actually making money. And then the last thing is budget. People don't understand that the concept of budgeting. I think I kind of want to. I don't know if I want to do a video on budgeting because I don't really know how I can tell another person to budget, you know. But I would like to. I do feel like budgeting is something that's important. You know what I mean? And I don't know how I can get that information to people, but maybe Shan can do a video on her channel about it. I don't know, but I think budgeting is something that's important, but nobody really is talking about how to budget your money, because again, money is a taboo topic, and it's a taboo topic because people equate their worth to what's in their bank account. That's kind of an American concept. The second reason in that video that I watched that I'm kind of doing my reaction to or response to is that people are telling you to start a business in a new country. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that topic in a second. Before I do, I want to go ahead and read some of these comments. Let's get the likes all the way up. Let's get up to 75 likes. Let's get 5 more people to smash the like button, all right? 5 more people to smash the like button. I'm going to respond to people's comments before we move into the next section. This is so true. Most people want to keep their money gems hidden. Yep. Oh, we got Kiki in the building. What up, Kiki? Desserts. I have chocolate chip cookies at home. I'm out shopping for my trip. Bet. Yeah, I mean, you got a couple of days. Your time is kind of ticking down. What, 20-something days? Kiki should be coming out. I think she's coming out to Luxor in the next few days. She flies out on the 30th. She should be documenting that process on her channel for sure. Get on your face. Smash the like button high. Okay, Kiki smashed the super chat. First class Kiki said, "It's cold today in New York. I can't wait to get out of here. I'm wearing a wool coat, Uggs, turtleneck, and scarves. I'm still cold. I can't lie. It's been cold. It get a little windy today. It was a little windy this morning. I'm like, hold on. This ain't Egypt." You know what I mean? I'm like, this ain't Egypt. Nah, this is a little too cold for the set. But I hear Luxor is warm year round. That's what I hear. Luxor and Aswan are warm year round. So you should be straight when you come out here. I learned to like ugali. Hey, ugali slaps. And I don't know why people don't like ugali. Like that ugali yama is slapping. Like I was going to Kibo restaurant on a daily basis. Yeah, let me get that ugali yama, man. Bring me 2 of them too. Mess around and get a tangawazi. You know, people don't know about the stony, the tangawazi. Shout out to So Untypical. They put me on to the stonies. So big ups to my family over there. Put me on to those sodas. Those sodas slap. It's a ginger soda. But it's like got a real ginger taste to it. It's a real good little vibe, you know. I don't think I'll put y'all onto game on that. I don't think I'll put y'all onto game on those sodas. I don't think I ever filmed it, but if you in Tanzania and you ain't had a tangawazi, it's like a stony, you know, drink one of those. It's good. I learned to like ugali because the local food spots are cheaper than eating at KFC. LOL. Yeah, some people go to Tanzania, they eat at the KFCs, they eat at their Pizza Huts, and then they look at their account and they say, "Ooh wee." And the problem is, like, you can eat KFC, Pizza Hut all day. I don't have a problem with it, but you better make sure that you're bringing an income in on a consistent basis. If you're not bringing an income in on a consistent basis, you're going to deplete your pockets pretty quickly. When I can go spend 2,000, 3,000 shillings on a meal, and you're spending 15 to 20,000 shillings on a meal, even more than that, it's gonna tax you. I was spending like 100K on a meal when I first got to Tanzania because I was just eating like a tourist. I was in Masaki going to going to Levant, spending probably getting hey, what did we used to get, Shan? What was we getting from Levant? What was that drink called? Yeah, okay. We were going to Levant getting these loaded fries. We probably spending 100,000 shillings in a day. You know what I mean? Not even realizing like, no, that's not what you're supposed to be spending. Like you need to go see these local spots. But I was just, just adjusting to the climate and stuff like that. So it took me a little minute, took me a little time to kind of get used to that. Get used to that. But yeah, you gotta eat locally. You gotta live locally to kind of you kind of have to live locally to get local prices. It is what it is. If you didn't think about that, you got to think about that. All them American restaurants, don't be eating at them like every day, unless you're bringing in income. If you're bringing in income, no problem, no biggie. That's you good. But if you're not bringing in income, you got to be overly scrupulous. Overly scrupulous with what you're spending. I like using random words from time to time. Dang, Kiki, I want to go outside. That all sounds crazy. Yeah, I don't like the cold. The cold will make me like not the same person. I also learned to stop shopping at Shoppers. Shout out to Shoppers in Bezzy, man. You want to go to Shoppers in Bezzy? That's where you will meet most of the diaspora in Shoppers in Bezzy. So big ups to them. I'll be on the 2nd of the month. Okay, cool. It should be like Sudan, a little cooler. Okay, bet. Heck yeah, brother. I like local bouillon soda out here. Shout out to my guy Dan, the IT guy. Shout out to my guy Dan, the IT guy. You know what I mean? He's swerving in a Challenger joint. If y'all like car content, shout out to my guy Youtbers. Shout out to my guy Dan, the IT guy. Shout out to Car Reviews by KJ. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who's in that car scene over in the States. Before I was doing African content, I was making car content. I don't even want to get back into the car content because I already know, that's one of my vices. There are numerous budgeting videos and books about financial literacy. Young people must learn valuable trades, live a minimalist lifestyle, work and save, learn a language too. Yeah, but you see, like that's the thing. I want to jump into the next section here in just a second. Thanks, but yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? Let's also hold on before we even jump into the next section. We got PayPal and we also have Cashapp. If you're either one of those two methods, I will go ahead and ring, or I'll go ahead and clap these clappers for you guys right here. I'll go ahead and clap these clappers for you guys right here. Also, we also have something called the super chat button, which is like that money sign icon in the chat. Click on that, buy a super chat or a super sticker. It goes a long way in supporting the No Limit Eddie content. You know what I mean? We're doing our best to give people the good, the bad, and the ugly about moving to Africa. We're not trying to sell people a pipe dream. We're trying to give people practical information. And so if you're a supporter of that type of movement, supporter of that type of campaign, hit the super chat, hit the Cash App, or hit the PayPal, and go ahead and get these clappers to start clapping. All right. Let me see. But so let me. I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna kind of ignore your guys' comments for just a second. I'm gonna read this one last one, then I'm gonna go back into the second point. There are numerous budgeting videos and books about financial literacy. Young people must learn valuable trades. And say valuable trades. Live a minimalist lifestyle, work and save, learn a language too. Olga, big up to you, Olga. So for me, the way I feel about your comment is it's a good comment, but at the same time, there's a lot of books about financial literacy, but none of the books are written in an approach from the aspects of the situations that we come out of, right? They're written by people like Dave Ramsey and all this stuff. And Dave Ramsey is already a millionaire, and he's trying to give you information about trying to help people who are making $45,000 a year. He doesn't know the how you call it, what it's like to be in that position. And he's very far removed from it. And so there's very few people who have written books and who are making content about financial literacy from the perspective of a Black American. And then also there's very few people who are doing that from a perspective of relocating to the continent of Africa, where things don't really move the way they move over in the States, where you can't just go walk into a local bank branch and say, okay, I'm gonna open up 3 different accounts. I'm gonna put this one for here, this one for there. They're not dealing with the aspect of, okay, do you have to pay tax in the land that you're living in and still pay tax in the States? They're not really going to give you a full breakdown on those type of aspects of things. So while there is financial literacy content out there, it's made from a white man's perspective. and a white man's perspective and a black man's perspective are two different things. And a black man's perspective from the hood is different from a black man's perspective from a middle class neighborhood. So there's a lot of demographics that are missing from the financial literacy space. There's one dude, Jay Morrison, who I learned a lot from, and he does a lot of financial literacy learning and education free on his YouTube channel. Check him out, Jay Morrison. Some people may know about him already. I think he started a business, he does like online courses as well. I think he's doing pretty well with that. I think he's like in a Fortune 500 or something like that. I never really purchased. Did I purchase a course from him? I don't know if I purchased a course from him or not, but I know I got a lot of free information from his YouTube channel. So big ups to him. Speaking of courses, I do have a course teaching you guys how I make a living here in the continent. I'm gonna drop that link into the chat as well. Shout out to everybody who got it early. The price is up on the course now. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Something called the first mover advantage. But I'll drop the link to the course in. So if you're looking to move to the continent, you want to start getting a steady income, I would suggest you guys go ahead and enrolling in that course today. All right. But let's get back into the content. I wanted 75 likes as well. So go ahead and give me that one last like. All right. Where we at? So the next reason why people come to Africa but end up having to go back to the States, end up having to go back and return, is the advice that's being given out significantly with immaculate proportions. Is start a business. You need to come to Africa and start a business. You need to come to Africa and create jobs. You need to come to Africa and you know what I mean, ditch the 9-to-5 and get to operating some type of manufacturing company. Africa needs more of this. Africa needs more of that. It's being pushed heavily, propagated heavily on the YouTube streets. Simultaneously, it's being ate up by people. And this is a part of the pipe dream that you're being sold about starting this business. All right. Now, again, I got to just tell you the truth about it. If you're not doing business in the States, you should not be doing business in Africa. Right. This is a proper understanding. If you're not doing business in the States, you should not be doing business in Africa. Very plain and very simple. There's multiple reasons to this. There's multiple facets to this. Now, if you came from a 9-to-5 position, you know how to work. You know how to punch in and punch out. That's what you know how to do. What makes you think that you're going to be? And it's like this: if starting a business was that easy, you just start a business and voila, you're a millionaire. You would already be doing business right now. If starting a business was as easy as just, okay, I'm going to get the store and put a couple products in there and I'm going to be rich. If it was that easy, you would already be doing it, right? Business is not going to get easier in a foreign country. It's only going to get harder. You're going to now have to compete. You're going to now have to comply with regulations as a foreigner in this land. You're going to now have to comply with work permits, getting work permits in these countries, getting operational visas in these countries. They're going to charge you more because you're a foreigner starting a business in this country. They're going to expect more from you. You're going to have to be negotiating deals and lease terms with people who don't speak the same language as you, people who inherently make more. You got to understand about negotiation. When you're negotiating for things, the other side, the person you're negotiating with, the more that you get, the less that they get. So intentionally, the intention of negotiating is to make sure you get the worst deal possible, right? Because the worst deal for you means the best deal for them. So you are coming into the continent, I'm going to start a business, okay? You're coming in overly romanticizing. You're coming in just whatever the first price is, let's take it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Not understanding the foundations of a business, not understanding the foundations of a negotiation. The better deal that they get means the worst deal that you get. The best deal that you get means the worst deal that they get. So you shouldn't be coming in a friendly mindset when you're doing business. But this is the exact mindset people are coming in. I'm coming to save the continent of Africa. You're screwing yourself over majorly because you're coming in with a false mindset. If you're coming in to do a business and you're not doing business in the States, what makes you think that you're going to somehow be able to do business in these other foreign countries? Where in the States, you have access to loans. right? You can get a loan for your business and you can play with OPM, other people's money, right? In Africa, you're funding everything from your own pockets. Okay. So this is another aspect of it. In Africa, you're going to have to, a lot of times, partner with locals to do these businesses. You don't even have the time to get to know these people or to get to understand these people's culture before you want to start a business, because your whole plan is coming, I'm going to Africa to start a business, right? And when you come in with that mindset, if you and your family's livelihood is dependent upon you earning an income from your business, you don't really have years to sit there and to learn a culture. You don't really have years to sit there and to find some local that you can trust and really build with. You don't really have the time to understand, okay, will this business model actually work in this country? Because most people are coming here with very limited resources, and their only thought in their mind is, I'm starting a business, right? And so I think this is a disadvantaged mindset to come into the continent with. I came into the continent with no intention whatsoever to start a business, because my mindset doesn't work on a 9 to 5. My mindset doesn't work on a brick and mortar business mindset, right? My mindset is online. Why would I create a physical brick and mortar business that is going to limit the amount of customers I can reach, that is going to put me in a position where I'm having to pay a lease every single month, going to put me in a position where I have to hire employees, when I can just launch an online store, when I can just create a new digital product and sell that, when I can just create videos and within the videos just get money from ads. Why would I go ahead and start a brick and mortar business, right? So this is the way my mindset works. So I came to the continent with no intention of starting any business of any sort, but rather to earn income online, right? Now, there's going to be some people out there who's saying, that's not the right mindset to have. You need to come and contribute to Africa. The problem that I have with that mindset is that who's to say that Africa needs you? Africa has been sustaining and maintaining itself for the last however long it's been in existence, right? These countries you're going to have been sustaining themselves for however long they come into existence. They're not going to die if you don't come there and save them. All right. So that's one of the bigger mindset shifts that I feel like people have to make. And let's smash the like button as well, guys. Smash the like button as well. Let's get up to 80 likes on this live stream. People are telling you to come here and start a business, but the people who are telling you to come here and start a business are not even making a living from the businesses that they're running or they're operating. They're making their money from their retirement. They're making their money from their Social Security. They're making their money from their YouTube channel selling you consultations. Oh my goodness. I never sold consultations, right? So you got to understand, there's different levels to this game. People are selling you need to come here and start a business, but they're not even running a business that's sustaining themselves or their family. So you're being fed into a pipe dream. You're being fed into a lie. And these lies are causing people a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. You're coming to the country, I'm going to start me a business. If starting a business was that easy, why wouldn't everybody already be doing it? Right? If it was a guarantee, man, you can easily get rich. You go to Africa, you start a business, you're going to get rich. People would already have been doing it. It's very plain and very simple. People love get rich quick schemes. People love them. I'm going to invest all my life savings into this Bitcoin and all kind of stuff because they want to get rich quick, right? And a lot of times, most people don't end up getting rich quick. There's people who succeed, but most of the time, you won't end up getting rich quick. And if in a land of America where you have access to so many resources, only 20% of businesses last after 5 years. What makes you think that you're going to really go to Africa and just become this business guru from when you touch the ground? You know what I mean? I think it's not a good mindset to have. You know what I mean? With all this nonsense. A lot of times you're gonna fail. You know, and it's not necessarily you're gonna fail completely. You're only gonna fail completely if you give up. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't suggest people coming to the continent with the only agenda in a mindset of starting a business, and that's how I'm going to support myself and my family. Because most people don't, and this advice is not for everybody. This advice is for the typical person. If you came from working a 9 to 5 job for the last 20 years of your life, you are, let me see, you start working at 18, 20 years later, 38. Yeah. You've been working a 9 to 5 job for the last 20 years of your life. You're 38 years old, and you think you're going to just come to Africa and start a business. Chances are you're going to fail, right? Matter of fact, no, you're going to fail. Okay. Your first attempt, your second attempt, your third attempt. So the question is, when you're making these attempts and you're failing, will you have the financial capital to sustain and maintain yourself regardless of if these business ventures succeed or not? That's basically what it comes down to. If you want to come and start a business, I do it. You know what I mean? No problem with starting a business, but you need to come in with a practical mindset of, I'm going to fail. Not projecting that into a universe for that to happen, but just understanding I am going to fail at this business. So I need to make sure that I'm still, regardless of if this business takes off or if it doesn't take off, I can support and maintain myself. And if you come with a family and my family, right? I think that's a more healthy mindset to come in and approach it with, because it's not a guarantee that your business is going to succeed. In all likelihood, it probably won't, because you're not a member of that country. And so you don't even know what the country actually needs. You're assuming what the country needs, but you are 1,000 miles away in a whole other city, in a whole other country. So what may be a great idea from your basement in Kansas City, Missouri, may not really be a practical and needed idea over on the continent or in the country that you're going to. So that's kind of one of the crazy things. We're gonna talk more on the business aspect. But these are just some things that got to be mentioned. I'm going to Uganda. Big up to Uganda. Budget goes quick. Yep. Mess with cars. Your money will go quick. I definitely need to work on my spending, inshallah. Yeah, you got to. I think the key for you, Kiki, is to stop smoking. As a married local, that's always an option. How many African countries have you been to, Eddie, and which ones would you say is the best for money? So I've lived in Tanzania and Egypt. Budgeting will take you a long way. Yeah, hey, Shan know about the budgeting. I'm learning Etiso, Lunda, and Swahili. Shopping in Bezi was a spot. You go shopping in Bezi, you're gonna see the diaspora. Love that you're giving the 411. Most definitely, learn to be self-sufficient. You have to. Download Duolingo is fun. I definitely need to sharpen my Arabic. I told my cousin in Cairo that I'm coming. He decided to show me around. I think I'll go with him to the pyramids. Okay, dope. I agree. Learning trades and actual skills. Let me read the comments for Nicole R. Big ups to Nicole for the super chat. She asks, did you learn to use a squatter toilet? Yeah, that's the only one that I like using. I went and got, I think I had a 5-bedroom house or a 6-bedroom house when I was in Tanzania, and the bottom floor had a squatter toilet. That was my preferred method. I didn't mess with the regular ones. The squatter toilet is actually so much more beneficial to your health that it, to me, doesn't make sense. It's not practical for people to use the American style toilets. I actually prefer squatters, but you know, I'm a different type of person. As I've been over here, can't even imagine how hard it would be. So right, and how many legal loopholes you got to jump through to make these things work. It's not going to be an easy situation. It's not going to be an easy situation. Like, see my guy, Den IT guy, saying like, even in the States, it's difficult when you have access to so many resources. You have online websites where you can just file an LLC just like that, no problem, no biggie. You know, and you have all these resources, and people are still failing. 20% of businesses succeed, or something like that. You know what I mean? And business just takes, business has a, I'm gonna go when I go into it, we'll talk about that in a second, but business takes a certain type of mindset to succeed. And let me turn these lights on, maybe it'll help. Business takes a certain type of mindset to achieving, you know, and takes a persistent mindset as well. I worked myself as a personal trainer 10 years before I moved to Africa. Now I train via Zoom. Oh, that's dope. Thanks to COVID. I can't imagine working for anyone. Nicole, if you have I don't know, go make a comment on my last community tab post. If you have like a link to how people can get your services, something like that, I'll repost it. Maybe some people want to do your service or whatever. I'm not sure how Zoom training works, but if you have a link or if you have a YouTube channel, whatever it is, make a comment on my community tab post and I'll share it out. Maybe some people can partake in your service. Most people don't know that you have to apply for business visas in your homeland first. There's a lot of work that got to be done. Yeah, you better get ready to work inside a business. Right. And Nicole been doing it. I'm only 14 months. I'm only 14 months in, Nicole. I'm only 14 months in, so I got a long way to go. Step 2, never give up. That's the most important one. Someday I wish I can go back to 9 to 5. Yep, we're gonna talk about that in a second. You're really tired of waiting. You should be lying. Yeah, they used to be lying. I'm going to keep working on my business growth. You have to. Most YouTubers lying when they say they have a business. If it's easy, a millionaire would. If it's easy, the millionaire will all be in Africa, right? I am a remote project manager. Definitely. All right. So before we get into this next topic, man, before we continue on about this business topic, I need to get to 90 likes. I need to get to 90 likes. 5 more likes on this live. 5 more likes on this live. Nicole, definitely drop me a comment on my community tab post so I can promote your business for sure. Simultaneously to that, if you guys are wanting to know how I make a living here in the continent of Africa, I'm going to drop the link to my course in the description right now. I'm going to drop the link to my course in the description right now. If you're looking to learn how to make a consistent and a stable income online, I suggest you guys go ahead and enroll in this course. All right. Some people delayed in enrolling in the course, you know what I mean? And they kind of missed out on some of the pricing benefits. It was $49.99. Now it is now $79.99. So again, it's best to, have the first mover advantage. So if you got the course early, you got a substantial savings. Also, I'm going to drop in my Cash App and my PayPal. Let me get that PayPal joint. I'm gonna drop in my Cash and my PayPal as well. Let's get up to 90 likes, guys. 90 likes. If you watch me on your phone and you have it like this, flip it like this, smash like. If you happen to be watching me on your TV, pull out your phone, smash like. If you happen to be watching me on your if you happen to be watching me on the computer, minimize the window and smash a like. Let's get up to 90 likes. So we need, I think, like 3 more likes on this live stream. All right. But yeah, hit the PayPal, guys. Hit the Cash App. You can also hit the Super Chat. It goes a long way in supporting the No Eliminated channel. And I really honestly appreciate it. I feel like in reality, I'm one of the few YouTubers who's giving people accurate and true information. I'm not charging people, hey, pay me $100 and I'm going to give you a consultation. I'm not charging people, hey, pay me $80 for 30 minutes of my time and I'm going to give you a consultation. My goal is to be able to provide accurate information, diligent information to people who need it, who don't really have the ability to just be throwing away money on these different consultations, really to get lied to. But the way that I'm able to do that is I go live. I do these live streams, and people who do have the financial resources, they hit the Cash App, they hit the PayPal, hit the Super Chats, and that allows the people who don't have the financial resources still get the information while I'm able to get, how you call it, my support via people who hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, who do all that stuff, and everybody's winning. You know what I mean? So hit all those 3 methods. I have these clappers right here. I'll ring them for you. If you hit either one of those things, and you guys are what allow me to continue to do this content without putting up a payment wall. Yeah, pay me for a consultation, all kind of stuff like that. When I can get this information out for free. So most definitely, guys, smash the like button as well. Can we hit 90 likes? All right. So we were talking about the business aspect of things. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the business aspect. Continue on it. So most people are coming to Africa straight off of the 9-to-5, train. They're coming straight off the 9-to-5 train. And so with that being said, they're coming in with a 9-to-5 mindset or a worker mindset. And when you're deciding to start a business, when you're deciding to work for yourself or to be self-employed or to start an enterprise, right? And this is for people who are, a regular, typical person. If you already run a business in the States, you can probably come over to Africa and run a business as well, because you already kind of have these tips and these tricks. You know the game. But most people are coming over here straight off the 9-to-5 train. They don't understand certain aspects of starting a business. When you're starting a business, especially when you're first starting out, you will work more hours than you do at a 9-to-5 job, but you won't get paid for those hours. So while you're used to basically going into somebody else's clock and lollygagging for the next 8 hours, and then you get your paycheck at the end of the week, when you're doing what do you call it, like business, you may work 16 hours a day for the next 2 weeks straight. 16 hours a day for the next 2 weeks straight. and you won't see the results of that on that Friday. Like you're not going to get a Friday paycheck. So that messes with people's mind a little bit. That you can be putting in work, doing more work, working harder, because people work hard and you're going to make money. That's not necessarily the case. But you're working harder than you ever worked before, but you're not seeing any results until you get someone to buy your products, or until you get someone to invest in your business, or you go and you get the funding from VCs, or you get the funding from the bank, or you get the funding from your family members, or whoever you're getting the funding from. But a lot of times it takes a lot of upfront work before you end up seeing a dime from which you have worked for. And there is no, okay, if I put in 1 hour, I'm going to get X amount of dollars. No, there's none of that. You can put in a lot of work on a project and completely fail, or you can put in a little bit of work on a project and completely succeed. I know for a fact when I was 14, when I got to 14, I was just like, I need to be rich. Like I wanted to be rich, but I said I need to be rich. So for 3 years, I tried basically every different business every get rich quick scheme. I try to do it. And so that's why I know what works and what doesn't work. But I tried to do every get rich quick scheme, and I didn't make a single dollar from age 14 to age 17. Right now, most people would have given up around that time. Forget it, I'm just going 9 to 5, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But I had a grit mindset and a determination mindset to not give up. And so when I finally made my first dollar at 17, I just said, whoa, okay, this is real. And it just fueled me to keep going and to keep progressing to the point where I am now, where I make all of my income online. I don't do any type of job. I don't do any teach English online or any what do you call those things? Remote work jobs. No, everything I do is completely off the muscle and off the strength of first and foremost the Most High, most definitely, and everything else is just off of me. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't get paid. There's nobody who's going to be like, okay, well, here's your paycheck for coming in even though you didn't do any work. No, whatever money I make is determined upon the reception from other people, from my potential customers. As a business owner, I have made 40K in 1 week. Then other days, nothing at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The consistency is not always there. And so, that's one of the things that people have to, come to realize is that when you are first coming out of that 9 to 5 job, it's more than just a title that you had. You weren't just an employee; you have an employee mindset, and so you have to actually break all those molds down in order to become a business owner. And that's not really an overnight process. And so you're going to run into obstacles. And usually when you run into obstacles on a job, you have a superior to kind of, walk you through it or to get you through that process. But when you're doing these business type of situations, your situation may be too unique. You're not going to have somebody that you really depend on and different things of that nature. So it's pretty crazy. Got a Richard King in the building. What up? What up? Like CW Baby Girl was saying, like, there's days where you really just want to be like, I'm done with this. Like, nah, I need to just go work a job. Like, I need to just go get a 9 to 5, pack it up, and make my play like that. And it's like Hansa and Dove saying, she said she made 40K in 1 week, and then the other days nothing at all. Now I ain't touching those numbers. Again, one of my goals was 6 figures. We didn't reach that goal, so we gotta really dig in for these next 10 months to look to really reach that goal this time around. But like she's saying, like there's points where you just like, whoa, I'm making so much money I can't stop. That's not gonna stop. And then next you know it's just like bloop. And when you make all this money, you're like, yeah, I'm the best. I ain't stopping nothing. Then when you go down, it's like, yo, I need to go get a job. Like I need to go get a 9 to 5. Like for me, it's like an emotional roller coaster. Like we doing entrepreneurship. There's extreme highs and extreme lows, and it's very weird. But overall, you know what I mean? It's one of those situations as to which you just gotta know that it's different. You know what I mean? It's not consistent, but that's one of the beauties of it is that you can make nothing at all, or you can make hundreds of thousands by with the same thing. So with a job, you're capped at that hourly rate. You know what I mean? You're only going to make a certain amount per year or a certain amount per week. So it's a weird situation, but I feel like a lot of people who are coming here with the intention to start a business have to really be in a mindset of a business owner, which is not the easiest thing to do when you've been working a 9-to-5 job for the last 20 years of your life. It's not that somebody used to tell me, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was my mom or if it was a teacher, but somebody always used to tell me, like, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything, and so, yeah, business is a mindset that you have to learn because you're going to be responsible for you. You no longer have a boss. And I want to make a video about this, but I'll talk about this in a live. But you no longer have a boss. So you don't have anybody telling you to wake up early. You don't have anybody telling you to get this project done by this deadline and to really monitor and to keep you accountable to that deadline. You don't really have anybody who is, pressuring you, get this done, do this, do that. You're not going to have most of the time. And people in the comment section, feel free to speak on this as well. You're probably not going to have the support system that you would have in a workplace. If you're in a job and you let's say you work in retail, you're doing, stop abusing my cat. Let's say you are doing retail, you working at Target, you're a cashier, boom boom, you scanning this stuff. Maybe you scan the item, but you need to take a item off. You don't know how to do that. Okay, no problem. Call, put the little thing. Can I have a manager come over? You're gonna have somebody. That can assist you. Oh yeah, just do this, do this. But in most cases, when you're starting a business and you're doing this stuff like on your own, you're not going to have people around you who started businesses before who can give you advice, or who started successful businesses before who can give you the advice that you need. You know what I mean? To really be able to make plays, or to be able to fix a problem that you're encountering. So you're going to have to go to these different online forums and buy these different books and buy these different courses. I've spent so much money on different courses and so much money on different books to kind of help me get to certain situations and certain obstacles. And that's kind of one thing that you're going to have to do. And a lot of people don't like to invest in knowledge. People prefer to buy the new Balenciaga shoes than to invest in books or to invest in courses and to invest in these different things. It's an interesting situation. It's an interesting situation, but when you're doing a self-employment route, you don't really have the options to, play around like that. People saying, what? We got Jules in the run in the building. Jules in the run. What up? What up? Everybody get that likes up. Let's get up to 100 likes. 5 more likes. 5 more likes. I just want someone to open a bagel shop business opportunity. I will support you 100%. Okay, bet. Speaking into existence. In what area? Arusha or in Dar? Arusha or in Dar? But yeah. For the most part, you know what I mean. It's a different struggle when you are, operating a business yourself, and so people are coming to the continent like, I'm just going to replace my job with a business that I started on the continent, and that's going to be it. But it's going to take time. It's in Arusha. All right. So, hey, we doing a call to action. If anybody is looking for a business opportunity in Tanzania, you know what I mean. You're taking what I'm saying to heed or to a consul. And you do want to start a business in Africa. A bagel business. We got Jules on the run saying a bagel business is much needed in Tanzania. You know what I mean? Particular in the Arusha area. She said she's going to support you 100%. So, you get the free promo with the video. So that's something you're looking to do. You know what I mean? Look into the bagel business. Noah's Bagels. That was big in Cali. I'm not sure if that's big everywhere else, but Noah's Bagels is big in Cali. But yeah. So, and let's get up to 100 likes. We need 2 more likes on this live. So let's get these likes up, guys. The more you like, the more that YouTube knows you're enjoying the content, the more they share it out. Which just helps the channel overall. So go ahead and get them likes up. So yeah, that's one of the things that I was talking about, guys. But it's a different mindset, and you got to be ready and expecting that. I needed to hear this today, bro. I'm glad I gave you some information. Jules in the house. Yes, you have to solve your problems for yourself, right? A lot of times, you know what I mean? And until you get to the point where you're like, okay, I can hire a mentor, I can do this and do that. Since there's a shortage of supply, I started an Amazon wholesale liquidation business. What? Flipping Amazon returns is good. It's going good so far. Where are you flipping them at? Are you flipping them back onto Amazon, or are you flipping them on eBay? Or are you flipping them on like let go and offer up and stuff like that? Let me know. Hit that thumbs up. We need one more like, one more like. People also need to think outside the box. I knew I wanted many kids, so I invested in real estate. I collect my rent every month and don't have to spend any time working. Invest in stocks. In Africa or America, you can't trust people with your business or partner with you. Wealthy people don't work. Yeah, most definitely. That was one book that I read. It was called Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know what I mean? And that book right there was very, very helpful in changing my methodology of thinking about my methodology of thinking, my relationship with money. Hold on, we had a PayPal. Somebody hit the PayPal. Let me try to read who it was. Okay, trying to help a brother. Okay, so Daniel, shout out to Daniel for hitting that PayPal. Shout out to Daniel. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. AKA Dan IT guy, I believe. One of my favorite books, I have it on my stand. Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Rich Dad Poor Dad was a book that I read when I was like in my 10th grade year or something like that, and that substantially changed my mindset and my approach to money and my understanding of it. You know, and that's why when it came to coming out to the continent, when people ask me, do you do consultations, different things like that? I said no, because one of the principles in that book was you don't want to trade your time for money. You don't want to do a Lee and Sons business, because the more successful Lee and Sons business gets, the more you actually have to work. So if you started a plumbing business and you're the only plumber, it's Jose's Plumbing, and you're Jose, the more successful you get, the more recommendations you get. The more recommendations you get, the more you have to work. So the more successful you get, the more work you have to do. So rather than that, it makes more sense to work the opposite way, as to where you put the work in up front, and then as it gets to take off, you do less work. And so that's why I did digital products. I released a book, African American's Guide to Tanzania. Why would I do a consultation and trade my time for money when, okay, if people like the consultation, they're going to recommend more people. Now I'm spending more hours of my time on the phone. Versus if people just like the book, okay, they say, hey, I got this book. It was pretty helpful. Send a link. You know, boom. Now I can be asleep and the sales can come in. I can be awake, the sales can come in. I could be using a squatter toilet like somebody was talking about, and the sales will come in. So that's the way that I work. And that mindset in particular came from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was very helpful in helping me to accumulate that mindset. Everybody smash the like button. Everybody smash the like button. We gotta do our promos. You know, we gotta promo things. Feel free to hit the PayPal. Feel free to hit the PayPal. Feel free to hit the super chat. Both of those are great ways to support the No Eliminated channel. We also have, outside of the PayPal, my sister's abusing this cat. I'm gonna expose her. Outside of the PayPal and the Cashapp, which are in the chat right now, we also have the super chat button. That's the money sign icon of the chat. You can click on that by a super chat or even by a super sticker. And I will go ahead and clap these clappers for you as a show of appreciation for your support. The only way I'm able to give away this information is because I have people like you guys who support the content. You know what I mean? My goal is to give as much free information as possible to help my people be able to make that transition smoothly, you know what I mean, to the continent. We got Journey through a Caroline in the building. What up, Journey? 50 Cent was asked, why did he kill his character on the show? He said, why would I want to work acting when I own the show? Right. I didn't know he did that, but that's dope. Yeah, you know, you got to get out of that employee mindset. It's going to leave you trapped. You know what I mean? It's going to leave you in a position you don't really want to be in. And a lot of people are working and they're never going to be able to retire, you know, and that's a sad thing. My favorite book is The Secret of the Ages, Robert Collier. Okay, let me type that in. I'm looking into a book now called The 48 Laws of Power. My book collection is kind of dwindling down. I'm gonna show you guys my book collection too, though. Where is it at? So that's my little book collection. Some of my books are not with me right now. I also had Think and Grow Rich, but I let someone read that. I got How to Win Friends and Influence People. I got Malcolm X. I got a book called Gut. The gut is responsible for so much, so many functions in your body that it's important. That's a good book to read. I got the Apocrypha up there. I got a book called Contagious, which talks about how things go viral. And then I have The Art of War. And then I also have, of course, I have some more books, Bible right here. My Bible is finished, man. The whole back covered and came off. I have another Apocrypha right here. But there's certain books I like to read. There's another book I had called Influence, but I got my friend in the States actually has that book. But yeah, so I brought a couple of books with me, but I'm looking at the 48 Laws of Power. I think I might read that one. I don't know. I read 48 Laws of Power. How do you like the book? Let me look that up. Secret of the Ages. Ages. Sold over 300,000 copies. Practical Psychology of Abundance, Desire, Faith, and Visualization. Oh, okay, it's like a manifestation book. I like The Secret. I watched the movie The Secret. Yeah. I just watched a video. I just watched a video the other day, and it was from a little YouTube channel, But he was talking about there's a difference between playing to win and playing not to lose, and that was like, whoa, that one really hit me. I had to really sit back and think, how am I playing the game? Am I playing to win or am I playing not to lose? You know what I mean? And I have to really do some assessments and some reevaluations of how I've been moving and operating. And so I think I'm gonna change a couple of things in how I'm doing what I'm doing. So yeah, that was a crazy quote that really hit me the other day. But yeah, I mean, risk is a part of business. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You have to risk it to get the biscuit. That's what they say, right? But the last point that I want to talk about as far as the business thing is, it's a marathon. Most people are not going to just get rich overnight with their businesses. Most people are not going to find success with their first business. The dude who started KFC, I think he had like 54 failed businesses before he launched KFC. But most people are not going to find success on their first try. Most people are not going to reach these new heights on their first attempt. They're going to be a learning process and a learning curve, and you're going to have to be willing to stick through that in order to see the results, in order to see the prize at the end. And so you have to be ready for that. And so that's why I suggest, if you want to start a business on the continent, definitely go ahead and do it. But keep in mind that it's not going to be overnight success, and that should not be the only thing that you're bankrolling on. You just roll the dice on that. It's probably not the best thing for you to do, because it's probably not going to succeed. And you should always have a stream of income that will be there regardless of if these businesses of yours succeed or don't succeed. All right. So that's kind of my whole thought process on that business aspect of things. So the video that I watched as well, the third part of it that he was talking about was being homesick. Being homesick, it was the last thing he talked about, why a lot of people come to Africa and basically end up returning. You know what I mean? End up returning. Is homesickness. I feel that there's a lot of people who are buying into the hype of Africa. Everybody smash a like. Let's get up to 110 likes. 110 likes. All right. Let's get like 7 more likes on this live. 7 more likes on this live. But a lot of people are buying into the hype of Africa and are moving there simply because they feel that it's going to change them. They feel that they're depressed. They're going to move to Africa and not be depressed. They feel that they are unhappy. They're going to move to Africa and become happy. They feel that they are not motivated. They feel like they're going to move to Africa and become motivated. So some people are moving to Africa off of maybe some of the hype of it, and not necessarily having a realistic reason as to go to Africa and to stay in Africa, right? And some of it is what we can call like fly by night activity. I'm not sure if other people in the world use that terminology, but fly by night meaning it just like they saw it and like, okay, I'm gonna go do it. I feel like the people who succeed over on the continent have a a bigger, broader reason for actually moving. Let's get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up. Let's get to 110 likes. 110 likes. We need 7 more likes in this live. Watch me on your phone. It's horizontal. Flip it vertically. Smash a like. If you're watching me on your TV, pull out your phone. Smash a like. Watch me on your computer. Minimize window. Smash a like. And so, yeah. So most people who succeed, I feel like on a continent are people who are resilient because they have a bigger purpose or a bigger reason for being on the continent. If you're just coming to the continent for a little bit of, I don't want to say superficial reason, but for a little bit more of a reason that's not really deeply rooted, you're probably going to end up being homesick and wanting to return home. And again, for me, like I said, I've known that I was going to leave the United States of America since 2018. I wasn't in a financial position to bring that into fruition until 2021. And so that's when I was able to make that play. So for me, it wasn't a situation of, oh, I'm just seeing people do it, so I'm gonna do it as well. It was I always was going to do it. And so we have to, how do you call it? We now are in a position to do it. So let's go ahead and make it happen. And so even when obstacles came up, whether it was a visa situation in Tanzania, whether it was a situation with my mom in the States, I knew that I had to handle what I had to handle, and I was going to be right back on the continent because this is where I wanted to be, and I've been wanting to be here for the last 3 years, and just putting in the work and making a plan and putting in the work to bring that plan to fruition for so long. And so I think the homesickness is usually comes from people who don't really have a super deep reason to be on the continent. You know what I mean? I think let me see. I think Joanna Russ said she missed Popeyes. Let me see. Because they never visited the continent. People are moving and never even been here, right? Let me see. Only thing I'm saying about is Popeyes. They have Popeyes in New York. Popeyes was out in LA. I don't feel like people was really eating Popeyes like that. We had something called Church's Chicken, which is pretty big out in LA. And then we had something called Jim Danny's, which was local to LA only, but it was fire. I used to go there and get the corn fritters. Sounds weird, but it was good. Like they were like donuts that had corn in there. I've been to multiple African countries throughout the years and visited a million times before deciding. Nice. And even after deciding, I still had a storage unit. Popeyes is everywhere. Oh, okay, gotcha. I didn't even know that. But yeah, so I think that kind of plays a part in it. So that homesickness is a lot of times they don't have a super deep reason to be there. And so it's like, you know what? Because it's kind of like I'm here for this reason, but I miss home more than I care about this reason, if that makes sense. So that's why they'll return home for the homesickness. Not that you won't be homesick, right? You may have something that you're homesick about, but the returning to live in the country in which you came from, you only do that if you care about or if you value which you're homesick about more than than the reason, the more than you care about the reason you came to the continent. So like Josanna Runs is saying, like she misses Popeyes, but she doesn't love Popeyes enough to go back to that system that's there in the States. You know what I mean? So if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of my take on the homesickness aspect. People might miss their family and they may feel like they're not fitting in, which of course, if you're somebody who comes from a big family, most of the time it's just gonna be your immediate family moving with you. You might have a couple of days when you're feeling homesick, you know what I mean? And you're just like, nah, I can't do it no more. Like I miss my family too much, and this, and you want to go back. But those were the 3 reasons, that the video talked about why people kind of leave Africa and go back to live in the United States or UK or whatever. It was finances, it was starting a business in a new country, and it was being homesick. So those are the things that those are things that kind of came about it. Things like that. But I'm still proud of the people who came, even if they went back. It takes a lot of courage. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely, to come to the continent and experience it is in my personal opinion, it's like a pilgrimage. I feel like every Black person should come to the continent and experience that at least once, even if it's just for a visit. You know what I mean? If you came here, you didn't really find success, you go back and you decide, okay, you're gonna come back eventually. It is what it is. And I think those 3 reasons are the most practical reasons why people come back to live in the States. I know Jules on the Run was in Tanzania as well, and she made a run to the States to basically take care of some things. I feel like that's another reason why people go back, but they're not going back necessarily to live. They got to just take care of a couple of things and then head back out. I think that's something that happens a lot as well, but it's not really returning to live. I really don't care if you go back to America to live, or if you come to Africa to stay, or whatever it is. There's some people who try to make people feel bad, like about it kind of gets into a pissing contest sometimes on YouTube, where they try to make it like, oh, they're going back for this reason or that reason. I'm staying, like, I don't know. It gets a little weird, but I'm a person, I really don't care if you come or you don't come, or if you stay or you don't stay. It is what it is. It's your personal life. Some may not have the funds to explore. Many YouTubers make you feel as if the sky is falling and you have to run away. Right. I think the influencers may pack up and basically flee. I think this influence many just pack up and basically flee. Right. That's what I'm trying to say, is that some people make it seem like it's just overly crucial for you to come out now with different things like that. Personally, I feel like it depends on you. You know, for me, I knew for a fact that I wasn't going to be, inoculated with certain things, right? And so for me, I was like, okay, I'm going to get out before they start making that you have to do this to do X, Y, and Z. So that's why I made my play. I feel like I got out in good time, and then I was able to escape all this inflation and all this other nonsense. I think don't care, that's your business, right? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna make somebody feel bad for going back to the States and different things like that, whether it's to visit or to live or whatever it is, because you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Even when I went to the States when I went to the States, I think people thought that, oh, he's going back to live in the States. And you can see that type of toxicness in the comment section, in the videos of me being in the States. You know what I mean? And it's a weird little prideful thing people have up in the continent. But for me, it's like, really, if you got to go back to the States because you ran out of money, it is what it is. Most people not even really. The people who probably making you feel bad about these things are the people who probably lying to you, are the people who are probably doing the Social Security, doing the employment, scamming other people in the diaspora, and they trying to make you feel bad for having to return. But they probably the ones who even misled you to begin with. So really, I never cared about somebody else's opinion, but at the same time, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I honestly think people are making people feel that way because of the pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic is crazy, but it is a situation where it is a time limit on it, because if you're somebody who says, I'm not going to, roll up my sleeve, it's only going to be a certain amount of time before they say, okay, you're not going to be able to get on a plane without that. So there is a time crunch to it. Let's not get it mistaken, but it's not necessarily the end all be all. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of how it is. I don't know why people get mad over somebody's life. I don't know. I think a lot of people want to see other people fail. People like to see other people fail, and it's a big thing for them. And so I feel like some people like that type of. Some people, if somebody fails, there are some people who get a thrill out of it because it makes them feel more successful. I think that's kind of a part of the reason why people like that failure talk. You know what I mean? And you see subliminal messages and things like that, but we're done with this topic. We're done with this conversation. So right now, we're just going to go ahead and talk about the comment section. Ask any questions you want to ask. If you're looking to move out to Egypt, looking to move out to Tanzania, you have questions for me, I guess I can try to answer them for you. I try to be a little bit more cautious about the Egypt content, because I've heard that, people, you need to be cautious of what you say about, how do you call it, the relocation process. But if you have certain questions you want to ask, feel free to ask me those questions. I work from home. If you're ready, we're here. Most definitely. Feel free to hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App. Both of those go a long way supporting the No Limit Eddie channel. Also hit the Super Chat, which is the money sign icon in the chat. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. One thing that I'm looking forward to is a good little boxing match. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know of any fights that are coming up. The last fight that I watched was a Wilder fight. I feel like I got my money's worth for now, and I can't lie. Like it was a good match. We're looking for people. We're looking for people who who look for people who had, you know, a good, who have good fights, who have good stories behind it. How do you balance life as an influencer and personal life? I feel like for the most part, you know, I don't really think there needs to be a balance for the most part, because I really just pick up the camera and film what I want to film, and then I put it out there. You know, there's certain things that I don't film. If I'm just, you know, hanging out with what, you know, the people that I call my family over here, if I'm just hanging out with them, I usually don't film it. But I don't think there's too big of a shift, too big of a balance. I try to show people my personal life as well, so they can get an understanding of who I am and maybe connect with me a little bit more and understand, like, yo, you can do this too. If he can do it, I can do it. But I mean, for the most part, I feel like pick up the camera and show what I want to show, and then if I don't want to show something, I just don't pick up the camera and film it. I think that's what I try to do best. I try to do most times. Let me change it to live. Okay, cool. How do you balance it, Jules? How do you balance it? Because I know, like, you're going through the whole pregnancy and you filming that process. Like, how do you determine what you're going to put on camera and what you're not going to put on camera? Little cat, what up, boy? You want to go outside? Oh, I definitely need a balance. When you get a film to change, yeah, that's what I'm curious about. How do you balance it? How do you determine what's good for camera and what's not? Did you ever go to Luxor? Yeah, I went to Luxor already. I went to Luxor, ate at a couple of restaurants. I went and saw the Nile River, and everything like that. I have a vlog. It's for my people who are Patreon members and people who are YouTube channel members. They've already seen it already. So yeah, I went to Luxor. The next place I want to go to is Aswan. I want to go visit El Fatine Island, which has a big history of Jewish garrisons, you know, Israelite garrisons being on that island during the time of Necho. And if you guys know, Necho was a pharaoh of Egypt who ended up killing Josiah, who was a king of Yasharel way back in the day. And so during that same time, there was a big group of like garrisons or mercenaries on that island. And so I want to go check that out and see that scene and see that area. There was even like a whole temple over there. It was a crazy thing. So I want to go to that area next, and that's over in Aswan. I don't balance with my family first. Film after that. But that's the right way to do it. That's the right way to do it. Have you experienced any racism there? No, I haven't experienced any racism as of yet. That was one of the biggest things I was nervous about, because people kept telling me, yo, they're openly racist there. You're going to experience this. You're going to experience that. But it's been a blessing for me not to have experienced any of those type of issues. No racism, no colorism. You know, honestly, I feel like I'm treated better here in Egypt than I was in Tanzania. I haven't been getting taxed because I'm American. I think because Egypt is such a big tourist destination that it's inbred in a culture it's inbred in a culture to treat tourists in a certain manner. And I feel like I've been treated very fairly here. And also I'm in a touristy area, so that helps as well. I feel like maybe if I went to a local area, it could be a different situation. But because I'm in a touristy area, it's literally a part of the culture to treat tourists with a certain level of respect, you know. And also Egypt is a little bit more regulated than Tanzania. And I think that kind of plays a part in things kind of just being a fair price from the very beginning. I feel rejected more about African community in America, about not being black enough than in TZ. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, I think Jules and Run hit it right on the spot. It can't be racism because everybody's black, but you are it's more like tribalism. It's more like if you're not born in this land or your lineage is not of my lineage, then there's a separation between us. And that's what I learned about being in sub-Saharan Africa. Is that's kind of how people move and operate. I plan to be in Egypt in February. Any tips on where to stay, etc.? Not really. I mean, you know, Egypt is a pretty big country, and it kind of depends on what you want to do. Like, what do you want to do in Egypt? Are you coming to this visit? Are you coming to what do you on as far as the African movement? Are you somebody who's like African spiritualist and you want to see all the tombs and you want to see all that? Like, what are you on? Then I can probably say maybe this area would be good, that area would be good. Let me know something. Somebody said people think Americans are rich. Yeah. Most definitely. I think that's all over the continent too. That's all over the continent too. You know, even here. Yeah. I feel like even here, I don't really. I run into people who think Americans are rich too. They'll be like, "Man, it's £5, 30 cents. Like it's nothing." Like I'm like, "No, I want my £5." Like So that's happened from time to time. I think everybody thinks that Americans are rich. And one thing in Egypt, what they will do is like if people we laugh at this all the time, but if it is if you go to a store and you buy an item, right, and you're supposed to get like 1 or 2, 3 pounds back, they won't give you 1, 2, or 3 pounds. Like they don't really be giving them out too often. But what they'll do is they'll give you like a Twinkie, or they'll give you a little chocolate or something like that to make up for the 1, 2, or 3 pounds. So if you get some change back and you're supposed to be owed another 3 pounds, you're not gonna get those 3 pounds back, most likely. 5 pounds and up, they will give you 5 pounds and up. But if it's like 2, 3 pounds, you're gonna get a little ho-ho, you're gonna get a Twinkie, you're gonna get a little chocolate chip cookie, something of that nature. We got my guy Jared Turner in the building. Jared, what up? What up? Jared to me, man, is the funniest dude I met in Tanzania, man. He is the greatest storyteller, man. I don't know, Lemon Fan. What up, Jazzy Mom? What up? Sent it to chat about 3 minutes ago. Don't know if you touched on a basic food option on a budget. Nah, I ain't touched on that. Yeah, the ho you gonna get that you already know. They ain't gonna give you the full. They ain't gonna give you the full little 1, 2, 3 pence. They're gonna be giving you the little snacks. That's gonna be your change back. I got some change on top of my refrigerator right now that I ain't even eating. I don't eat no Twinkies and stuff. But yeah, that's how they do you out here. That's how they do you out here. And if you're taking like an Uber, if it's like 2 or 3 pounds, sometimes they won't give it to you. They be like, it's 2 or 3 pounds. But what I do is I tell them to like put it in the app so they can give you a credit on your next ride. So if it's like 2 pounds, like you'll put that 2 pounds on my app, and then next ride you get 2 pounds off. So that's kind of how I normally would do it. Look at what are you on, boy? Let me let my cat out real quick. Come on. What? Did you need to go outside or what? But yeah. So I mean, ask any question you guys want to ask. We got Big King Kinks in the building. What up, man? We went on a pretty big tangent today. We talked about a lot of different things. I know some people are just now coming in. You probably missed a lot of it. You're probably going to have to end up, watching in the beginning and stuff like that. I wish Uber was here in the Gambia. Oh, they don't got Uber in the Gambia? Does Egypt feel like the Middle East? Because I haven't been in the Middle East, I don't know what it will feel. I don't know what the Middle East will feel like. However, I can say Egypt has like American vibes. Egypt definitely has American vibes, and the roads in the businesses that are here, like everything that's in America is here. Starbucks, Pizza Hut, Burger King, McDonald's, all the stuff that you don't have in Tanzania is here, except for 7-Eleven. I don't think I've seen a 7-Eleven here, but maybe there might be one. But everything is basically here. The way that the government operates is very similar to America. The way that you kind of go about your day-to-day life is very similar to the States. But then there's a uniquely African undertone to it, in the sense that there is still on the residential streets, it's dirt roads. It's not going to be a paved road. Popeyes, they might have one. I need to search it. I don't be eating chicken like that. Let me see. Popeyes, Egypt. Yeah, they got one in Cairo, they say. Yeah, they got a Popeyes in Cairo. So like I said, pretty much everything that's in the States is here. So they do have a Popeyes. But for the most part, it also has a uniquely African undertone in the sense that kids, they run free. Like nobody's worried about their kids being kidnapped like they are in the States, their kids being sold into all this slavery like they are in the States. No, the kids roam free. They play soccer. They'll be out at 3 a.m, 2 a.m. They be out living their life. If I go out right now, they're outside chilling. There's a lot of stray animals too. Let's keep that in mind. There's a lot of stray dogs and a lot of stray cats. And they're like neighborhood pets. You see the kids just rubbing on them, hold up, talking to them. As the dog gets injured, the dog gets hurt, people will band together and bandage the dog up and all kind of stuff. They go out and feed the animals. It's definitely much more modernized, or I guess you can say, but for sure it has African undertones to it. You know what I mean? So it's an interesting mix. I don't know if I can say it's Middle Eastern because I haven't mentioned the Middle East as of yet. But it's dope. I like the vibe over here in Egypt. That only happens in the West. Yeah, for real. I don't miss fast food. Yeah, I don't really. I never really ate fast food in the States, and I don't really eat it here either. The only place that I've been to was Chili's out here. Chili's is in the States. Chili's was out here, and that was just hanging out with people. Just like, okay, we're going to Chili's. We're going to Chili's. Cool. Yeah. You never really see the stray cat. Nah, in Tanzania, what you mean you only seen 2 stray cats? The stray cats be there for sure. All at the local little spots where you get the chapati, where you get the mandazi. Maybe it's Arusha is different, but when you get the chapati, when you get the mandazi, when you get those little spots, stray cats be roaming around there. I used to have a spot where I used to go get the mbuzi, the goat. There with mbuzi troma, get that joint right there. Cats running around, roaming around. It's a lot less stray dogs though. I only see stray dogs. Wow, that's the opposite. I saw maybe 2 or 3 stray dogs, but I saw a lot of cats. A lot of cats. And I know when my sister went over to Zanzibar, she said it's just nothing but stray cats. I'm looking for them now. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. I mean, all I see is stray cats and dogs out here. But in TZ, I definitely did see maybe 2 or 3 stray dogs in my neighborhood, but a lot of what you call it, cats. When I was getting sucker chicken, they was roaming around. What? Yeah, the animals be everywhere. Oh yeah, why she kick you out, boy? I got you, Biggs. Yeah, outside. I went to karaoke bar in Dar, and there were cats. They seem used to the racket. Yeah. The cats just be a part of the neighborhood. They be a part of the city. Most definitely, they just a part of like the lifestyle. When I was in Dar, for sure. I think Arusha is different. Maybe it's more cold or something. I don't know how that whole vibe goes. I didn't really travel around Dar. I didn't really travel around Tanzania, so I didn't really see the different regions out there. I was just in Dar, you know what I mean, posted up in my area, going to Mbezi a lot of times, what else did I go a lot? Masaki, going to Mikochini, just basically areas around Dar. Yep, chilling on tail around my feet. Exactly. Tons of stray cats and fixed dogs in Gambia. That's what I'm saying. They be everywhere. In Kenya have a lot of stray dogs. Yeah, it is. There just be animals everywhere. I go outside right now. There's gonna be a couple of neighborhood dogs. At first, they were kind of like mean, little mean or something like that. But after a while, they start to realize, oh, they cool. What made you travel with your sister, man? So that right there is a really different story that we have to really go into in a whole nother day about another situation happened with my mom and different situations like that. But yeah, I was going regardless, and I just told her like, yo, like I'm gonna be moving out to Tanzania. You know what I mean? Either you can rock with me or you can stay here. And if she would stay here, then she would just have to, find a roommate, something like that, or move in with some of her friends. But I just let her know like that's what I was going to do, and she was like, "Okay." I mean, eventually she was actually really resistant at first. Then eventually she was like, "All right, well, I'll come. It is what it is." It was like 48 hours. Is there an organization that rounds up dogs and fix them? Tracy. Oh, okay. They talking about in Gambia. Yeah, Tracy was over in Tanzania. Then she moved to the Gambia. When I was looking at the Gambia really heavy, I know I was reaching out to her and asking a lot of questions. You know what I mean? But then I ended up here in Egypt. Yeah, a Big King said, I think one day I might tell that story, but I think it's gonna cause a lot of family conflict if I tell that story about how I had to how I said what was it 2018 probably. Yeah, 2018. Like we was just in a it was like a cold situation, you know, like like literally no having the roof of the kitchen, they'll fall down. They're red tagging the heater so we don't even have heat. And LA gets cold at night. Red tagging heater so we don't even have heat. You know, we're physically fighting our neighbors. You know what I mean? Physical assaults and different things of that nature. You know, people are just a lot of crazy stuff going on around that time. And it was a situation that really had to force both of us to. We used to be enemies, but we had to really come together to, do what we need to do, and sustain and maintain and live our lives. Eviction notices, all kind of crazy stuff. But that's the situation. That's a story. You know what I mean? It's a book series for real. Shops getting raided and this and stuff, man. It was a lot of situations, but it's like I say, 109 Bloodline, homicide capital of LA. Nobody gonna make it out of the trenches without certain scars. You know what I mean? So it was an interesting situation, but I already know based off the video when I made a Why I Left Tanzania, and I just told the story about what happened with my mom and how she, basically, how she, did some disrespect and different things of that nature. That caused a lot of conflict within my family on both sides. And so I can't even imagine if I was to tell a whole nother story about, certain family members that the reaction would be. So it's crazy. I disconnected. What did I miss? Man, Kiki, at this point, I don't know how long you've been disconnected. I can't lie, but you're going to have to basically go back and rewatch it. I'm going to do my best to put the timestamps in for you to go back and rewatch it. But we talked about a whole lot of jazz. But right now, we're just answering questions, you know what I mean, that people are having about either Egypt, about Tanzania, about LA. Who cares? We're just answering questions. And let me show y'all Big O, too. Yeah. Big O. Killer, what you got going on today? You miss me? Why you black and white like my headscarf? Okay. Hold on. Let me drop my big O emojis in. If you're a channel member, hold on. If you're a channel member, you actually get access to the big O emoji. I took that picture in the Airbnb when I got to Tanzania. That was some fun. That was some fun stuff, man. That was some fun stuff. The first few days. These pets came with the apartment. No, I travel from the States with my animals. I travel with my cat. Well, that's my sister's cat, and then my dog. So yeah, we had our animals in Tanzania with us. My little boy Big O, and then I had the cat Proffingtons, Professor Smalls. Then I also had some ducks when I was over in TZ too. I had 4 ducks, 1 male and 3 female ducks. But I actually donated the ducks to an orphanage over in TZ before I left the country. But yeah, we travel with our animals. He got a mohawk. Yeah, he got a little hair in his head. Bad little boy. I know First Class Kiki said he was traveling on a continent of animal respect. Yeah, we've been traveling because like I had this dog for the last 7 years. So he's been with me since I think 10th grade year of high school. So I couldn't like imagine leaving my boy. So I definitely had to take him with me. And my sister likes her cat, so she took him as well. She took the cat. The cat's a cool little character, but he don't really, he not my boy Biggs. Somebody asked, what was I saying? Oh no, I was saying yeah, first class Kiki though. She said she gonna buy a leash when she come out to Egypt. She gonna capture one of these animals. She gonna capture a dog, and make one of these strays her pets. You can eat them ducks, lol. Yeah, we can definitely eat the ducks. But we decided to just give them to the orphanage. You know what I mean? Let them do what they do because the orphanage can probably just use them for eggs, or they can eat them too. What are requirements to bring these pets? What was the process? So with Egypt, nothing. Just book them on a plane, spend $100 per ticket, they're there. With Tanzania, you had to use the USDA, which for some reason controls pets. I don't know why, but the USDA, and you had to do some work on the Tanzanian end. So we had somebody. We went on YouTube. We were looking for people who brought their pets over. We found somebody. Now we reached out to her and said, "Hey, I'm looking to bring my pets over. Can you help us with that?" She said, "Yeah, I'll help you with that. I'm gonna charge you, a little fee." Okay, cool. Let's do it. She basically helped us walk through the process, but we had to take our dog to get a health certificate, and then you had to get certain vaccines, certain dewormers, certain look over like a physical, I guess, for the animals. And then after that, you have to go get that, and you have to send that over to the vet people over here in Tanzania. They have to approve it. Then you get that back, and then you go send that to the US. You get a pet import permit. You send that over to the USDA. The USDA approves it, and then after USDA approves it, I think you have 14 days from the time they sign it to when you have to be in the country. If you kind of waste those 14 days, then you have to do it all over again. The process was extremely expensive and time consuming. Bringing animals into TZ, I think it was around $500 per pet for the flight alone, and then $500 for the dog, $350 for the cat, and then it was $100 for the TZ government. We paid the person who helped us out. She was an African American woman, so shout out to her. She's actually back. She's actually in New York. She's actually in New York now. She left TZ and went to New York, but we paid her a fee. Then we had to pay the USDA money. Then we had to pay the vet money. So it was pretty costly process to bring the animals over. When it came to the Tanzanian side, because there's a lot of back and forth you have to do. But on the Egypt side, literally $100 per pet, and they're in. So it was like a breath. It was like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean for us. So it is what it is. That's a lot. I mean, it is what it is because it's like my dog has been with me for so long that I could not imagine leaving my animal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and if I left him, he's attached to me. So if I were to leave him, he wouldn't even be able to really just continue to live his life normally. He wouldn't be able to continue to live his life normally. So, I had to bring him with me for sure. Like, I would be homesick if I didn't bring my dog. And so for me, it was worth bringing him over because, like I said, I don't have kids. I don't have really any big responsibilities. So for me, hey, my dog is my boy. Somebody said, check out my channel. I have a video of the pet process. Yep. Oh no, Shannon said that. It's a travelism. So if you were to bring the pets, if you were to come back to TZ, we have to do the process again. Yeah, I would have to do that process all over again. But I'm not sure how it would work coming from Egypt and not coming from the States. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's quite a process to import pets to Tanzania. And then you also have to pay money to export the pets as well. You gotta, go and do these processes and different things like that. But yeah, when you travel to a pet, it is a process, and that does weigh into the decision of the next country you want to visit is how are they receiving to pets. You know what I mean? I have 5 children yet. When our cat got sick and had to be put down, I cried like a baby. Right. We traveled a lot. It would cost more to board the dog than the kids. Yeah, for real. A kid, no, no, because a kid would have to be, I think, his own separate ticket, right? So it would be more for a kid. Just if you're talking just airfare, but if you're talking all the process together, yeah, it's more expensive to bring a dog than it is to bring a kid. Oh, there used to be Children Fair International Airlines. I didn't know that. I started flying in 2021. I didn't get the outdated stuff. Well, I learned a lot. Wow, I learned a lot. Thanks for the info. Most definitely. I'm glad you learned, you know what I mean, a thing or two. I just want to provide information, you know what I mean, for sure. Your pet is like a child, a part of the family. Children under 2 is free. Oh, okay. After it's a whole ticket. Okay. Wow. So yeah, if you had kids under 2, then yeah, it's a lot cheaper to bring a pet. I mean, a lot cheaper to bring children than it is to bring a pet. You know what I mean? It is one of those situations though where um when it comes to bringing the kid, it may be cheaper in the beginning, but in the long run, it's gonna cost you. For me, with the dog, it's like, buy a little pet food for him, get a little pet bowls for him, take him outside, we already bought a leash and everything with him. So after that, it's basic maintenance of food. With a kid, you gotta be okay. What if this kid gets sick? We gotta take him to a doctor. You gotta be okay. I gotta get new clothes. I gotta make sure he's growing. You know what I mean? It's a lot more of a process. When it comes to kids. So I guess in the long run, the kid will be more expensive. Bridget, Maggie said, hello, no limit. What up? I'm up there in age. My range is 33 to 13. Oh, okay, you have a lot of different kids from 30 to 13. That's crazy. That's a really big age gap. Because my younger brother is around 7 years younger than me. And the differences between just 7 years is pretty substantial. So I couldn't imagine having a sibling that's like 20 years older than me. That would be wild. Shalom, bro. When you going to the Gambia, man? I don't know. I don't know if the Gambia is necessarily for the best situation for me personally. So I don't have any plans to go to the Gambia in particular. Not as of now, especially with the distant reception that I've had, and I feel like I wouldn't really probably be sliding to the Gambia anytime soon. I don't have any active travel plans. That's what I would say. I don't have any active travel plans. Oh, so before 14 or less was cheaper, and then 2 years old was free. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Traveling with kids would be a process. Now she's saying under 14 was cheaper. So if you were under 14, you'll pay a discounted rate, and then if you were under 2, then it would be free, or 2 and under, it would be free. That's dope. Yeah, traveling with kids, man. That's a whole different lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's a whole different lifestyle. That's a whole nother human you got to be responsible for. Dang! Shout out to your kids. What do your kids feel like? How do your kids feel about traveling? Do they plan on living in outside of America, or what do they feel like? Said we feed our kittens chicken skins. What? It saves money on pet food. So my sister is just real particular about what she feeds her cat. I tell her she just needs to feed him cheap food and call it a day, but she don't want to do that. She want to buy, oh, this food is good for him. It's this gonna make his coat shiny and stuff like that. So she do what she want to do. That's her cat. Somebody said buy a car, drive around the continent much cheaper. Man, you know what, Jules? I don't know about that. I heard that crossing the land borders was really a process. I heard crossing the land borders is really a process. Personally, I'll travel with my kid though. She's been to 4 countries with me. That's dope. That's dope. And so would you say you prefer traveling? Like, give me some advice. Is it more stressful to travel solo or with a kid? And what are like the pros and the cons you would say of traveling with your daughter? Because I feel like that might be even more stressful. Like, you can't really take a nap because you gotta make sure like your kid is straight and all this. That's gonna be more of a process. Bro, are you still in Egypt? Yeah, man, I'm still out here. Akebulon, Ya Mashariki. Where are you at, bro? Let me know what land you're in. Shout out to the Gambia though. A lot of people want to see me in the Gambia, so shout out to there. Shout out to everybody over there doing their thing and killing the game over there. Oh, you in Tanzania? Oh, okay. You was telling me, am I going to the Gambia? Like you was there or something? So, what advice would you give people? Because there's people like ESD who said she got 2 kids and she pregnant in a pandemic. So, what advice would you give her to make her process a little bit easier when it comes to traveling with kids? I told my older kids some of my plans, but I think it's a matter of me actually doing it before they believe me. Okay, got you, got you. It depends on where I'm going and the purpose. Oh, okay. So you just be moving that wheel, moving that wheel. That's dope. Everybody, feel free to hit the PayPal, which is linked in the chat, or I should pin the link. The PayPal, which is the link pinned to the top of the chat, or you can also hit the Cash App, which is in the chat as well. You can also hit the super chat, which is the money sign icon of the chat. Click on that, buy a super chat or buy a super sticker. Goes a long way. Goes a long way in supporting the No Limit Eddie channel. Either one of those items that you hit, I'll go ahead and read these clappers for you. So feel free to hit PayPal, Cash App, or the super chat. Now I'm saying I did that. Went to West Africa to get my 2 children. It was mad stressful. Wait, your kids in Africa without you? What's that story? How your kids in Africa without you? Bring a nanny to help you. It helps a lot. Wait, have you traveled with your Dada before, Jules? I need to fly me a Dada out here so I can get some Tanzanian food. That's what I need to be doing. I'm from the UK, Jamaican parents, but lived in South Carolina now. So I've moved around some. Oh, okay, got you, got you. Wow. Okay, so you left them. You left them for 2 years. Their grandma on their pop side. That's crazy. How was that being without your kids for 2 years? Oh wow. See, I'm gonna need to put the word out. Who's from Tanzania trying to move to Egypt? Um, because one thing I really hate doing, like with a passion, is cooking. One thing I hate doing with a passion is cooking. The most that I cook, I've been here for 3 months. The most that I cooked was pizza breads. Was a sandwich bread with pizza sauce and some cheese, put it in the oven. That's the most that I cooked since I've been here is pizza breads. So when I was in Egypt, I don't think so. Like I don't think that's really the culture out here. Everybody lives in apartments. It's not really like houses. There's not really like it's not the same as Tanzania. Definitely not the same as Tanzania. It's a little bit different. But I'm not trying to eat the Egyptian food. I want Tanzanian food. My kids, let me see. Tough. I don't speak French. Shout out to Fulas of Guinea. Okay. Somebody asked you why did No Limit Shay stop posting videos? I mean, No Limit Shay don't make money from her videos yet. She's not monetized, so she doesn't have the biggest incentive to drop content. You know what I mean? So that's probably one of the bigger reasons why. You know what I mean? She also doesn't, like she does a lot of other stuff, I guess you can say. She's focused on, she got some crypto that she's trying to invest in, different things like that. She actually made some pretty big plays with crypto. So shout out to Nola Miche. And then she also, like the stuff that I teach in my course, she does that. Like that's what she does full time. And so I don't know, maybe if she was monetized, she'll have more incentive, she'll be more incentivized to produce content. But she gotta do what she gotta do to survive, to maintain. You know what I mean? So that's probably the big thing. But if y'all want to know what No Limit Shay does for a living, how you can create a consistent and stable income on the continent, feel free to grab that course. I just dropped a link to the course in the description. Not in the description, the chat, and it's also in the description. Grab that course, enroll in that joint, watch it, and then apply it. Apply what's going on in there. Again, everything I do is for the streets. It's for the people. So if I sell you a course on how to make money, I can't guarantee you're gonna make money, but I made it for you to make money. I think based off of the value that I give when I live stream, the value that I give in the content, and how accessible I am, you should be able to realize, like, yo, this dude is pretty solid. No, Rogue K, thought you had plans to move with your sister to Gambia. Yeah, so I mean, you've kind of been out the loop. That's the thing. You've been out the loop for a little bit. But yeah, grab that course. Shout out to everybody who got it when it was $49.99. Y'all got the first mover advantage. It's now $79.99. Again, I said one of my goals is to. I'll talk about that in another video. This is fun. Good night, y'all. All right, Jules. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate you. ESC said hit the likes. Yeah, hit the likes. Hit the likes. Get up to 140 likes. Heck no, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like you don't really have a full incentive to produce the content. So help her out. Go over there, watch her channel, get her watch time up, and once she gets monetized, she'll probably be more incentivized. More story time. The videos that you trying unique foods. Oh yeah, or they want to come back in already. Yeah, he's just a bad little dog. He just want to keep going from room to room. He just like you don't know what he's doing for a living no more. I wouldn't know what he doing for a living no more. Yes, he just be moving around and all kind of stuff. But yeah, feel free to ask your questions. Shout out to I can do more story time. LOL, that's free. I got y'all. Yeah, story time is free content. You know what I mean? People got to invest in the content, and that's what we were talking about earlier. It takes time. You know what I mean? It took me 4 years to get monetized on YouTube. So you really got to invest a lot of time, a lot of money into things before they start to pay off. Sometimes. So it is what it is. But the course that I released, 9 to 5 on my grind, man, it's made for people who are looking to come out to the continent, who want a way to make consistent and stable income on the continent, but who want to, get everything set up before they move out here, which I think is a smart thing to do. With this course, you know what I mean? I think it's something that you don't need very much technical knowledge to achieve. And also you don't need very much time to actually get started producing an income with it, and so for a lot of people, if you're serious about coming out to the continent, you need to find a way to make income online. There's multiple ways to do it, but nobody who's teaching you those means and methods of doing it have done it themselves, or they're not in the same position as you of starting something up and then be going to live on the continent. That's why I feel like if you're watching this channel, it makes sense for you to enroll and invest in a course, because you're going to get practical advice from somebody who's doing what you already want to do. So instead of getting advice from this one cracker dude who really is not going to be living a life that you want to live, it makes sense to get the information from somebody who's actually doing it and living a life that you want to live. She just dropped the channel in right now. No Limit Shade. Big ups to No Limit Shade. Everybody check out her channel, man. I think she's at like 3K subs, but she just needs basically more watch time to get monetized. He just needs more watch time to get monetized. Yeah, shout out to Tracy over in the Gambia. Tracy, man, how's the Gambia treating you? Like, how are you feeling about it? There's mosquitoes in here. Let's try to get up to 140 likes. Let's get Let's get 7 more likes. 7 more likes on this live. 7 more likes. 7 more likes. Also, for free to hit the Cash App. I think we gave a lot of value out on this information, man, on this live stream. I mean, so this was fun. We've been doing pretty good with this nonstop November. I can't lie. These mosquitoes coming in heavy at night. They start coming in. I thought the mosquitoes were real intense. The mosquitoes were real intense over in Tanzania, and they were cool. They were cool when we first got here, but they're starting to come out now, even though it's getting close to winter, which is weird. 5 more likes, man. Let's see if we can get this like up to 140 likes on this live. But feel free to ask any questions, talk in the chat. You know, this live stream basically is the topic is basically over. So now I just like to go live, stay live for a little bit longer, usually to talk to people and things of that nature. So feel free to ask any questions, or you know, give me some topics to talk about. But yeah, man, that YouTuber's line. I think people really like that title. People's like, man, that's a good little hook. That's a good little thing. Who lying? Is he gonna call somebody out? Is he gonna expose some people and stuff like that? That's probably what y'all was thinking. For me, I don't want to really go into any beef with for me, I don't really want to go into any beef with YouTubers in the African space, mostly because everybody is you know, regardless of if they lying to people or not, it's not a good look for the diaspora to kind of go against each other. So yeah, I don't think on this channel will ever just be like, this person this person that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's the best look for the diaspora as a whole. So I wouldn't want to you know, really just target somebody and stuff like that. Wouldn't make sense personally. Did the course price go up? Of course, the course price is up. You know, again, we start off with introductory pricing so that we can give the streets an opportunity to, you know, get in and enroll in it and get the information they need. And then after that, you know, now we're going to be expanding the targeting of the course. You know, so with the expansion, you know what I mean, comes an increased price. So yeah, the price is up, $79.99. That's why I say it's good to not wait. It's good to not procrastinate. A lot of people, like we were talking about, a lot of people are not playing to win. They're playing not to lose. So they just don't want to lose $49.99. So they're like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to it. Until they get into a desperate state, and then that's all they have to spend. And you know, it gets worse. It gets worse for them. But a lot of people are scared to lose. But you cannot win there's no possibility of you winning if there's not a possibility of you losing, right? It's an inherent nature of competition. You can't win a competition that you also can't lose at, if that makes sense. In a basketball game, who is first to 10, if you're going to play that game, there's a chance that you can win, but there's a chance that you can lose. Likewise with everything else you do in life, there's a chance that you can win, there's a chance that you can lose. A lot of people are playing the game not necessarily to win, but they're playing to not lose. And so I feel that yeah, you know, I'm doing people a disadvantage of charging only $49.99. The value in the course is jam packed. Everything I do, I try to make sure it's jam packed with information, because of who I'm looking to impact and who I'm looking to reach. It's going okay. It's just hot right now. Wow. Okay. So it's hot right now. Right now it's actually cooling down over here where I'm at. So that's kind of interesting. It's actually cooling down quite a bit over here. I don't know. I like the heat though. I hope it don't get too cold, but it's supposed to be getting colder. And this mosquito don't want to leave me alone. I'm going to kill him. It's getting a lot cooler where I'm at, which is crazy. Let's try to get up to 140 likes. Let's get five more likes on this live. 5 more likes on this live. Actually, no, 4 more likes on this live. If you want me to ring these clappers for you, hit that super chat button, which is that money sign icon of the chat. Click on that, buy a super chat or buy a super sticker. We also have a PayPal pinned up to the top and Cash App which I'm gonna drop in right now. Let me also see if I can get TNT, Mike, and Jazz hop on and share their story. Oh wait, it's 12 at night. Wow, I didn't know it was that late. It's super late right now, actually. Because rainy season ended in the Gambia. Oh, okay. So rainy season just ended. So is it also hot in the rainy season, or is it not hot in the rainy season? Is it kind of cooler? And Britain, or where are you at? Are you in the Gambia? Where are you located? Or are you in the States looking to move to Africa? It'd be hard for me to remember people's story when they have like a logo as a profile. I don't know why. So I gotta revive. I gotta revive your story. But I know you said you had a couple kids, 33 to 13. And you've traveled a lot, but I'm not sure where you're currently residing and where you plan on repatriating to. And where you plan on repatriating to. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm currently in South Carolina, but heading to. Oh, okay. Next gym next. So. Okay, got you. The next country in Africa. Okay, got you. Yeah, that's dope. So you did a lot of traveling, man. I feel like traveling is fun, but I feel like this COVID stuff kind of makes it harder to travel. It kind of makes you not want to travel as much, for sure. Yeah, it makes you not want to travel as much. You feel me? But I feel like traveling is fun. I didn't know it was this cool. I never really wanted to fly before. Like I always just wanted to I prefer like I'm gonna take a train to a location or something like that. I was supposed to be in Christmas, but Brussels Air canceled the second leg of my flight. My time was going to be limited, so we were heading to Jamaica instead for Christmas. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So you can go to Jamaica for a little bit. It's hot in the rainy season also, but cools down after the rain. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's kind of probably like similar to Tanzania because Tanzania was always pretty warm. Even when it was raining, it was warm. Here it seems like it gets pretty windy, and I'm not sure how low the temperatures will get, but I know the windiness is probably what's gonna kill you. You know, that's my personal thoughts on it. I got some content coming out tomorrow. Oh, hey, while we on live, if you have any videos you want to see me film, man, let me know something. If you have any videos you want to see me film, let me know something because I know that a lot of people probably have some videos they would like to see me film. Maybe some stuff about Egypt y'all want to see. Because we're trying to post one video a day in the month of November. Okay, so that's a video. Okay, that's a good video. Why I chose Africa and not Mexico. I'll write that one down. Hi, I called you late. Yeah. You called me late into the live. Ghetto Flower. If you missed the live, don't trip. After I end this live stream off, I'm gonna put up timestamps, and then you'll be able to kind of go and skip point by point to kind of see it. I'll probably put I did it into 3 sections this time. So it's finance, but finance are the business and homesickness. So I'll put those 3 timestamps in, and the last timestamps would just be talking to the comments or engaging with the comments, something like that. And it'll be all the nonsense that's just going on right now. Videos you guys want to see me film, let me know. Somebody, Big King Kingston, want to get a video about why not Mexico instead of Africa. If you have any other ideas, let me know. Let me know something. Ghetto Florida, what you got going on? They'll me type videos. Enjoy watching when you made a trip to the market. Okay. So like day in the lives. I gotta go buy my dog food tomorrow, so that can be interesting. Then lifestyle videos, we can definitely do that. Man, I want me some more of that mushroom soup. That doesn't slap. Lauren, is that the same person who emailed me? I think. And maybe verified. Yeah, okay, it is. Lauren, man, how are you currently feeling about Egypt? What's your current standpoint on it? I like to see stores and the foods. Okay, stores and the food. Yes, the food. Okay, y'all want to see the food vibes. Okay. Well, I ate here today at a spot called Arabada. It's kind of like a local. It's like not a local chain. It's a chain around all of Egypt. They sell like sandwiches and stuff like that, super cheap. So that can be something that I can do. Food. Food videos. We can do that. I might film a day in the life video because y'all like those. We can do something like that. A day in the life showing you guys what I'm eating, but also like take you guys into a couple of stores and stuff like that. I gotta buy my dog's food tomorrow. I gotta call an Uber. I'm gonna give me some sugarcane juice. So this what I have some sugarcane juice today. Price on this is around 10 pounds, which equates to probably around 60 cents for sugarcane juice. I got 2 of them. So that's around $1.20 on that. Then I had 7 falafel sandwiches. And then I also drank a liter of milk with some peanut butter inside. I kind of fell off my bulking diet for a little bit. Bulking diet a little bit, but we getting back on that. You feel me? Got to get the gains. I'm still coming. I just need to figure out what to bring. What to bring as in what? Just came from the beach, eating a huge salad. Hey, why that salad gotta be huge? Ghetto Flower Wild. Hey, Biggs, boy, like you need to calm down. You just want to go in any door. You need to go lay down. You hear me? Yes, I love you. But you're getting outrageous. Maybe my dog in a staring match. He literally want to go into my sister's room. But now he want to go outside. Then he gonna want to go out to this door. He just bored. And it's 12 at night. We don't have time for this, Oreo. You need to lay down somewhere. I'm still coming. I need to figure out what to bring. Yeah, definitely. Let me know what you're talking about on that aspect. Yeah, but I've been eating salads too out here. They have a little salad with some feta cheese. And let's get up to 140 likes. Let's get 2 more likes. they'll be having salad with some feta cheese on there. You know, olives are pretty big out here. They like olives. You know, so they'll have Greek salads, they'll have green salads, and a green salad is really just a whole bunch of bell peppers with a tiny bit of lettuce and some olives. You know, they got a couple of different salad vibes. They got Caesar salads, you know, with a little chicken on there. I don't eat chicken personally, but Caesar salad with a little chicken on there and stuff. Yeah, she dropped that in the chat. That's crazy. Yeah, chicken Caesar salads, salads with eggs and stuff on there. All kind of crazy vibes, but salad is pretty big out here in Egypt. Ooh. It's 12 at night. It's around 12:30 at night. So tomorrow, all I'm doing is filming. Tomorrow will be Friday, right? Let me see. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow I need to film me like one video. I got one video already in the hole, ready to be posted for y'all. I'm gonna film me one more video, which might be the day-to-day vlog, and then edit that up and try to drop that. How to try to drop 2 videos for you on Friday, so we can do this non-stop November. You know, order some food and stuff like that. But tomorrow should be a chill day. I didn't hear his perspective. You know what I mean? Okay. I would say on that aspect, Shan will probably reach out to you or like be able to answer your questions, but probably she don't really got an email. People can reach out to her, but let me see. I don't know if you have Instagram. Maybe try to reach out to Shan on Instagram. That would be a good suggestion. But I think you came in late. For the most part, everything that's in the States is here. Like Egypt is a little bit similar to most major cities in the States. Big King Kingston said, "Wow." Wait, you got No Limit Shay email? Yeah. What? Okay, well I guess Shan do got an email. No Limit Shay, huh? No Limit Shay at gmail.com. How dare she create that? I'm 150. I got it at nolimiteddy.com. Get your website, then talk. Get your website, then talk. But in the islands, it tastes so delicious with a variety of added colors and vegetables. Plus, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Why are you camping against me? This dog is being bad. He was scratching to go into your door, and then when you refuse to let him in, now he has to use the bathroom. So he just wants somebody to open a door for him, whatever door it is. Yes, he wants somebody to open some door for him. Hey Lauren, don't worry about the Instagram. I guess just hit her up at nolimitShay at gmail.com, and you should be able to ask her your questions. You know, one of the big things that we try to do over here on this side is just show love. You know, because love is always reciprocated. You know, when you just really show genuine appreciation for, you know, the subscribers, genuine appreciation for the people who are supporting you, the support continues and it grows and magnifies. You know, so. That's what we try to do, you know. So feel free to ask, you know, don't let me share questions. We're not the type of people who are gonna be like, okay, yeah, well, let's pay. I pay you for this, and I'll pay me for this, and all kind of stuff. Unless you get outrageous. If you get outrageous, then you want to ask, you know, a million questions. You want to be on my phone for 3 hours. Okay, hold on. You know, we got to of course set boundaries, but for the most part, you know what I mean. If you're just asking basic questions, it's not gonna be too big of a deal. We don't mind helping people out. I hope people make that transition, you know what I mean, from the States to the continent. Most people don't have nobody to really call on, like, yo, what should I do about this? What should I do about that? Because most people don't have family members that already made that play before. And so, yeah, I find that, you know, if we can help other people out, then it's cool. It's cool with me. Damn, I see what you're saying. Man, I like salads. I've always been a salad person. In the States, you feel me? I would just give me some shredded cheese, some olives, you know, probably some ranch, and that's a good salad to me. Like I used to do a lot of that. How your skin looks so smooth. Oh, I don't know about my skin looking smooth, but I know Cheyenne be using aloe vera. You know, she told me to start using aloe vera, you know, gel to wash my face with a towel, then wash it with face wash, then put the aloe vera gel on and rock out with it like that. Um, you're supposed to get cat caught out there without you with her. So like I said, we're in a touristy area, so it doesn't really happen too much. When she walks out alone, it's not really a big problem, to be quite honest. And it's definitely not a situation where I'm like, Shan, don't go out by yourself. I really like she go out by herself all the time, and it's really never a big issue. But also I've walked with people, and I'm not sure what it is, but with Shan doesn't really happen. But I've walked with other people out here, and they do get cat caught. So I'm like, I don't know what the situation is, but it does happen. You know what I mean? It definitely does happen. But it doesn't seem to be in a manner that's like where you should be fearful or scared for your life or something like that. But you know, yeah, the cat calling, I would say for some reason it doesn't happen to Shan, but I've seen it happen with other people. I'm like, what the heck? That stuff is real. So yeah, I don't know, you know. Ricky Kingston laughing. I'm serious. Brown sugar, all kind of stuff saying. I'm like, wait, they really be talking wild like that, you know. But it's usually not in like a derogatory manner or anything of that nature. But you know, it all depends on you. You know, some people perceive things in different manners. You know, they might say this is a microaggression and you're being, you know, you're being racist or you're what's that, misogynist, something like that. You know, people got so many different words these days, but to me, it's not a big thing. It's not a big fearful thing. I let Shan go out, no problem. It's not like she's like, Eddie, you gotta come with me because I'm scared. Nah, usually she go get her food, come back. You know, maybe she go a little shopping, come back, no problem. But yeah, ghetto flower. I don't know. Maybe try the aloe vera gel. Maybe that can make your skin more smooth. I don't really think my skin is the most smooth. You feel me? But I think it just be it might just be the lighting when I film videos. You feel me? Like who knows? Oreo, shut up. You're gonna stay out there, boy. You want to keep coming in and out. Now you want to come back in. You see what I'm talking about, y'all? Bad little duck. I should make the ducks an emoji. That's a freedom bell. Before I used to have something called the freedom bell on my channel. I used to have something called the freedom bell, but then that kind of broke apart in TZ. So now I have the clappers. So I need to make a new emoji for the clappers. Get rid of the bell. But if you guys want to make these clappers ring or clap, all you gotta do is hit the super chat, which is that money sign icon in the chat, or you can hit the PayPal, which is I just dropped into the chat right now. Hit either one of those two, and I'll go ahead and ring the clappers for you. Huh? Oh, that mangy dog. Mm-hmm. That's my boy, man. He just a wild duck sometimes. Shout out to everybody on the stream too.
Telling about the aloe vera?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your skin up there, right? That's a trick.
That's a trick. I like the videos you did when you went to shop that sells a motorcycle. Really, you like that one? See, I just want to see more like the being out and about in the set. I'm gonna do my best to get something like that for y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna do something like that tomorrow. I'm gonna try to, drop some content about his day-to-day life. Flying like little comments. I feel like people who never flew before, they did enjoy the video I dropped, the airport hacks. You know what I mean? They did enjoy the airport hacks video. I try to drop videos. Not everyone's gonna get massive views, but I do try to drop videos that I know might be helpful to some people. So I think that was one of those videos that if you hadn't flown before, it should be super helpful for you. Get out of here. Hey, did y'all watch YouTube Shorts? Let me know if y'all watch YouTube Shorts. I'll be watching them from time to time. I can't lie. I'll be watching them from time to time. But I guess like the comments, nobody has comments, man. So I guess we might as well end the live stream off. Might as well end the live stream off, man. I think I gave enough value for today. If you did happen to not catch a full live stream, then don't worry about it. I'm about to drop the times. I'm gonna end this live stream right now. Drop the timestamps in, so that way you can go back and rewatch it. And watch parts that you wanted to see, and then what do you call that? Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna drop the timestamps in. Lauren, email No Limit Shay. Simultaneously, if anybody needs to, watch them. It's like watching TikTok. Yeah, for real. If anybody needs to reach out to me, you guys can always check in my description. I have my email in there, and you can just tap in with that, and then rock out with me. But shout out to everybody on this live. I'll see you guys tomorrow on some videos. Y'all willing? Peace.